Hey guys, it's Chris from Enola Gay, and it's time for Valken Debrief Live.
Welcome to the most interactive airsoft show on the interwebs. It's the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show. Each and every episode is sponsored by the fine folks at Enola Gay. Also, don't forget to sign up for the largest growing airsoft community in the world, known as the Valken Alliance. You can link up with other Alliance members throughout your region on our Facebook groups by just searching the Valken Alliance. We also offer Alliance sponsorships for qualified airsoft teams. And the Valken Debrief also shares local and national airsoft events so you don't miss out what's going on in your region. We also give away some sweet products from time to time, so the more you interact, the greater the chance you could win. And we work hard to bring you new and exciting special guests during each episode. You can also find us at many airsoft events throughout the world. And if you miss any of our live casts, you can always catch the rewind on our YouTube channel or SoundCloud. So sit back and get ready for your Valken Debrief.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for immature airsoft players. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences with common sense only.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show.
Number one show in Airsoft. Officially.
It is.
Guinness Book approved.
Biggest budget.
Don't look it up. Don't
Biggest
Google
budget.
it.
Yeah, we had what, 691 live viewers?
No, we didn't. There was 690,000 live viewers, I thought. Literally all of America was, every Airsofter in the world was watching us that night.
I know,
it's confirmed.
right?
I checked the computers, the AI, the algorithmics. That would be a good name for a band, the Algorithmics. You know, it sounds like early 80s new wave, you know, like lots of synthesizers.
Yeah, because you're into music. I don't give a crap about that stuff.
Yeah, you listen to bad music. I get stuck with this guy in a truck, well, not truck, it's a van. We're calling it a van.
Yeah.
In a van. Well, not the Creeper van. We're, well, moment of silence for the Creeper van.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Now we're moving on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We don't talk about that
I
anymore.
mean, 10 hours of top 40 is a little much for me. I can't.
Well, it
We
is
need to-
December now, so now if you're in my car, it's nonstop Christmas music.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same about Christmas music. So it's just, it's getting worse as it goes on. I got to change. I am totally
over here.
Scrooge. I don't like Thanksgiving. I don't really like Christmas.
Whatever.
Like,
I'm gonna vomit Christmas on you.
I'm
just gonna do it.
I like Halloween's a fun holiday. I like that. You get candy on Halloween.
What episode are we at now?
I gotta check my notes. 105. We're at 105.
105.
105. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I think we're out of like sports numbers at this point. Is there any sports that use triple digits?
I don't think so.
That'd be a big team if they need triple digits. So I can't think of anything funny for 105. But yeah, 105. We're past the century mark. We're here.
We are.
We're having fun. Thank you guys for joining us.
And our overachiever of the night.
Is that Ethan Vaughn again?
It is Ethan Vaughn.
Again, high five.
He has been on it.
On the graphic.
Heck yeah.
I hope Ethan applies this level of studiousness to his, like school and work life, because I would hate to think that he's not this on time with the rest of his routine.
Yeah. So he was the first commenter of the evening tonight.
Wait, so if we're doing like the first show of next year, I wonder if he's going to be the first commenter of the year in a couple of weeks.
It's like 3 weeks away.
Well, yeah, but it's still a big deal. Like that's like, like new year, new show. You know what I mean? Like,
And a new intro.
Are we getting a new intro?
Yes.
Is it live action or is this one going to be animated?
I don't know. It's going to include all the video footage from all of this year's events.
Like the footage they've seen or the secret B-roll footage that's embarrassing?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Oh,
I'm always wondering where the hidden cameras are sitting.
Man, we got Jacob Laws in the house.
We got all kinds of people.
Alicia
Hey, Staff,
Steele.
Cage showed
J-Lo.
up. Chad Holtz from 878. Is AA Ron here? Or did he join us yet?
Oh, I haven't seen him yet.
No, haven't seen AA Ron yet.
So we just want to give a big shout out to our sponsors.
Are they still sponsoring us, or have
Yeah.
they dropped us yet?
Oh yeah, we
We
got something big in 2020 with them.
Something big?
Yep.
Like cool?
Another corporate sponsor.
Another, like bad corporate or good corporate? Because when you say corporate sponsor, that sounds like something out of like a cyberpunk movie.
I think it's good.
Like the
think
evil
it's good.
corporations are coming
It's probably
to get you.
evil corporations.
I work for an evil corporation. It's okay. They're not so evil when you
We're
when you
just
hang out with
bad
them.
guys doing good things.
It's okay to be
That's
bad.
all. That's all it is.
I am a bad guy, but I am not bad.
Ethan Vaughn, straight A's, bro, and worked all summer.
There you go, Ethan. Good job, man. Good to hear.
So, giving a shout out to Enola Gay.
Nola Gay, they make smoke.
Yep.
They make things that go boom.
Yep.
They
Everybody
make-
knows that.
Yeah, they know that. But what they don't know, they make some very stylish lifestyle brand stuff. I'm whoring myself because hopefully they'll participate in our Chris is a Whore t-shirt program where you send me t-shirts and I wear them on air. It's a very intricate sponsorship program. I just,
Yeah.
send them right to my closet, right to the air.
And also a sponsoring of just this show is Stampede Airsoft. You can actually see their
Stampede?
little logo here.
Oh, is it right there?
Wearing their T-shirt. So
And also-
so that means I got to tag
Are you gonna tag
Shelly and
Stampede?
Troy.
We actually got Shelly on the air a couple weeks ago.
I
That's
know.
amazing. I mean, that's another
believe it
record
or
right
not,
there.
they've been on the show twice.
Have they?
And the thing is, it's always been in Europe. That's what's funny.
Isn't that the weird thing about airsoft? Is that like you have situations where you may live a mile away from someone, but you only see them like on the other side of the country 3 times a
Yep.
year. Like airsoft is weird like that.
So, for those of you that don't know, also, we have a hotline that's at times we open it up where we don't have a guest, where we just pick a topic and get everybody to interact.
Now it's just our operator answering phone calls right now.
Yep. So, for those listening on SoundCloud, that number is 856 975 0650.
We should give a shout out to our SoundCloud peeps because we've been getting some good response on there. So hey SoundCloud,
We
thank you
have.
so
We-
much
we've
for
been
joining
getting-
with us.
We've been averaging 30 plays every 24 hours.
Which is like 20 more than this show gets normally. So I'm pretty impressed by that.
So, well, I mean, it's just podcasting is just more convenient.
It is. It's the wave of the future. Like radio is dead. Long live the podcast.
Exactly.
all
Oh,
about it.
and if you want to check out some of our affiliated podcasts, you can check out Gorilla Airsoft Radio. They're about every other Thursday.
Those crazy guys out in California doing Bakersfield
And
stuff.
ASAP podcast. And if you are listening to us from overseas and you're not listening to the Chair Softer show, Andy Self with the Chair Softer show, you need to check that one out as well.
What defines a chair softer? Is that just someone
We'll
who
have to ask
never
him
plays?
in 2 weeks when he's a guest on the
You
show.
didn't tell me that. I'm excited now. All right.
So
here we
yes,
go.
we're gonna have Andy from the Chair Softer
I'm much more
show
excited to do
in
that.
2
Can we just skip
weeks.
to that show? Because this one's kind of lame. Like we'll just go right to that one. I don't.
Well, it's gonna be like 1 a.m. UK time.
Ooh,
But he works night shift, so he gets off at midnight. So, he'll
we're
still
like
be up.
we're like Letterman and Jay Leno. We're officially a late night talk show now. If we're at
Yeah.
1 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Oh,
that's
Brandon
the big wave.
Wilbanks, Kaiju, you going to reindeer games? No,
No,
we're still
we
here.
did not make it.
We did
Sorry.
not make it, unfortunately. So, and man, the loadout battle tonight.
Dude. This is
So
this is some hardcore.
it is.
I mean, we've had some inter-family violence on this competition before,
I know.
but this is
So
serious business right now.
Moose had 5 wins.
Yep.
Zero Shot Corey is at 5 wins, but tonight he is going up against Rich Gully.
The Deep Gully himself.
Yes.
Part of the 2-man team, which is
So
Rich and Cameron.
should I throw it up and make the voting active?
You should, but you need to preface this with the fact that no one's going to know who this is. You have to say, this is not Woody.
Oh,
That's who this
so
is.
if you ever been to American Wrestling event and you thought you were talking to Woodcock, you really weren't. You were talking to Rich Gully.
Rich, this is not Woody. That's officially, so
Yeah.
if you need the reference.
I wonder if he's watching. Let's see. I'm going to tag him.
Old Rich? Is Rich watch? Well, Rich is...
I don't know. Is he watching?
He's already in...
Well, they may be
Texas.
watching. Because we need to tag your
was-
friends.
he
It's
was-
real easy.
I would say that we could track him
Get
down
more in here.
by seeing where John McCaleb is. But
Oh, yeah, I gotta tag John
is local
McCaleb.
right now. He is currently a local Coloradoan right now. So
Oh,
that's
really?
not a way you can. Yeah,
And I'm going to tag Cameron, Rich's son. There we go.
there you go.
So here we go. We're going to put it
Cameron
up.
never stops by. You think he'll stop by to support his dad, or he'll still,
I don't know.
like, I'm gonna guilt trip him right
And
now.
why is
Cameron,
the snow
if you're
not
listening,
working? Fritz, fix the snow. Chop, chop.
is there snow? Is it snowing
Look
here?
at there. Fritz fixed it.
It's the graphics now.
Yep. All right.
What is going on in our chat right now? Someone is liking everything.
Okay, so that's Dragonfly.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So I want you to. I'm going to make this live. You read off the challenger this week.
Wait a minute. I get the challenger? Cool.
Yep.
I'm going to switch it up. All right. Deep_Gully. In real life, he is Rich Gully, also known as Not Woodcock. First Spear AAC plate carrier. Yote. Did I say that right? Yote or Yote? Yep, we'll go with Yote. Back panel. 2 PRC 128 radios. TCI push-to-talk and a bone conduction headset. Emerson fanny pack. Team Wendy Xfil LPT helmet. PVS 14s. Ronin Tactics TF belt. ALS holster, VFC 416, VFC Mark 18, and an EMG Blue G34.
Somebody's doing all these sad faces.
Oh, no, that was, I think that was Cade, actually, that dropped a bunch of those a second ago. People are going crazy.
Because we're not at range. Yeah, Cade. Sorry, Cade.
While you guys are watching, if you could do us a favor and make sure you're hitting those like and emoji buttons, because apparently that helps us out a lot. So just feel free to play with those.
So, and on the right, you know him as Zero Shot Airsoft, in real life, Corey Saltsider. I mean, he's been here for 5 weeks. I mean, come on. He's got that loose SAS loadout, Cry uniform, Mitch helmet, Paraclete RAV vest, and of course, he runs a Fatco Mark 18.
Because only cool kids are running Fatcos these days. If you're not running a Fatco, you're not.
And an RWA 1911. So cast your vote. You can still see him. We're going to leave him up there for the show.
See, that raises a point right here, because Rich is running a 416 and a Mark 18. But are they Fatcos or are they just regular Mark VFCs?
Oh, I don't know.
We should give him some crap about that and have him Fatco them.
Oh, Steve Tom, how much are you willing to pay for my deciding vote?
Ooh. 1 million exposure bucks is the deal.
Oh my gosh. So Ryan Rozier saying, go Cowboys, hashtag AR15. So I bet you Ryan is like watching the Cowboys in Chicago game right now on his TV, and he's watching the show on his phone.
The question is, why do you need to actually watch the Cowboys game? I mean, they're going to lose. They're not a great team. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get political? I won't. We'll leave that there.
Well, you know.
I can tell you how that game's going to turn out. Romo's going to choke. He's not even in the game, and he'll choke.
Oh my gosh. He hasn't played in a while.
He's retired. He will choke from the studio for you guys.
All right. So we got a great show. We've got Psycho, a.k.a. Jay Garcia.
Old P Psycho?
Yeah. So from Airsoft Revolution 15.
Not Automatic Rifle 15.
Yes.
Airsoft Revolution 15.
Revolution.
He's a
they're down there in San Antonio, Texas.
He's a multifaceted threat. He's like, you know, a player, an owner, a team leader.
Wait, he's an owner?
Does he have a field? I thought he had. No, wait, is that secret? Are we supposed to not talk about the secret fields?
I thought he was just a team leader.
There's more than that? Are we?
I don't know. We're going to have to find out.
Is this a release thing of information? Are we going to pretend like no one knows? I mean, I was going to prep it a little bit. Like,
dude, they're already starting to talk about Baby Yoda in the chat.
Who's going to have the first fanboy freak out and be like, it's not Baby Yoda, it's Baby whatever name we're using for that? Does anybody know the name of the species? Do we have a working name for Yoda?
No, there's never been a published name of the species.
We should start that.
So we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Talk about Baby Yoda in the chat. I actually think the series should be called Baby Yoda starring a Mandalorian.
Discuss in the chat right now. We'll see. See your opinions in the 20 seconds we'll be gone.
All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
So this is Gunfire, and you are watching Valken Debrief.
The shortest path to your target is always a straight line. Be sure to check out Valken's full line of highly polished precision BBs made in Taiwan. The Valken Accelerate Pro Match BB is available now at your local Valken authorized dealer.
And we are back. Valken Debrief
Airsoft live
show.
Airsoft Debrief Valken Live.
Episode number
105. As long as we say all the words, that's all that matters.
Okay,
they don't have to be in the right order.
That's true, because when you do all the meta tags in YouTube, it doesn't matter.
And we have a really editing team, so they can just make us look fantastic. If you notice, we screw up a lot on the live show, but it doesn't ever seem to show up on the recordings. I don't know how that works.
Magic of editing.
I know.
So, please welcome our special guest, Halsey, from Texas.
Oh, you're gonna wait. That's how we get copyright infringement if we can't say those words.
No, we can say the words. We just can't. He just can't start singing the song.
Oh, is he going to sing?
I don't know.
Is that a segment we're planning
I think
for today?
he's shy.
Oh, is it okay?
No, I'm good. Hola,
How's it
mi
going,
gente.
Jay?
Hola, mi gente. My name is Psycho. We're here live at the Valken Debrief. You guys are watching it first.
First.
Yeah.
First.
Everybody's watching it.
Is
now.
that first with a PS?
Like
Ico?
Psycho and
Psycho.
Psycho.
You know, I used to have my name just as Psycho on Facebook, but I had the PHS. Wait, no, I can't spell my damn name.
Okay, that's a little indictment of the Texas public education system right there.
If you got a question anytime during the show, just put it down in the live chat. Be sure to vote for the loadout battle, the purple buttons. Give us a like, give us a heart, but comment. Share your comments. Ask any questions of this guy. You might be like, who the hell is this guy? But we'll get to that.
We're gonna ask that question. We
Yeah.
always do. Don't worry.
So
hey Jay, who the hell are you?
What's up, guys? I am Psycho. I go by Psycho. It's a long name that I've been using since the Marine Corps. So
is that because you're known as a very stable person? Is that why they call you Psycho?
Well, it's actually probably because I have a really bad short-term memory. So no. I used to volunteer for a lot of the stuff that my uncle actually was 25 years in the Marine Corps. My dad,
wow.
he served in the Marine Corps, and my dad never really talked to me about anything related to the Marine Corps until I got back from Iraq, and that's when he was like, "Okay, now I'm ready to talk." I'm like, "Dude, it's like a little too late."
Yeah, now that's at the point where you don't want to talk about it anymore. Like I could have used this information a year ago, Dad.
Yeah, but that name, shoot, because everybody used. My uncle was like, "Hey, you need to volunteer for every single thing that you have to offer, like all the shit detail, or anything at all." Because usually all the bad stuff that you're not supposed to do, it ends up, your staff NCOs will end up start taking care of you because you're the guy who always volunteers. So once I started volunteering for everything, the staff NCOs were like, "Yo, let's go ahead and get Psycho in, and anybody else who wants to join," and everybody would pretty much want to just do whatever I did.
So
it's kind of like what we do now.
So past your name, what else should we know about you? What do you do how do you make a living? What do you do? Do you play Airsoft at all?
Me? Yeah, I've been playing for usually I always give that answer whenever I have a new customer that shows up at the arena, and I'm like, "Yeah, I've been playing for 2 months." And they're like, you play a lot? And I'm like, "I try, but I'm just always busy working and stuff." And they're like, "All right, cool. You're pretty cool, man."
So how long you been in the sport? How many years now total?
2 months.
No, for real. Like, how long you been around?
Oh man, you can't really put that on a date because you get people that say like, "Oh, I've been doing this for 30 years and stuff," and like, bro, you're like 35,
and they're counting paintball.
Right? You know what I mean? I mean, shoot,
going all the way back to like middle school and counting like freeze tag and shit. Like, oh, it was Airsoft. We just didn't have our guns. We're good.
I mean, we used to play with the copper Daisy.
Red Riders. The Red
Riders, yeah. So we would be like, "All right, man, only 3 pumps," and then you'd be like 7 pumps in, and you're like, "Ugh."
What's amazing is any of us have eyes or teeth after growing up in those situations. Because I remember like now, if I caught my kid playing with my airsoft or our airsoft stuff without iPro and stuff on, he'd be banned from it for like a year. But like when we were kids, we were out there shooting metal BBs at each other, like popping them out of our arms and stuff afterwards because we just didn't know any better.
So Kate says it's a hobby. We discussed this, not a sport. We had a consensus.
Are they having that fight already?
Oh yeah. Austin Collins, gotta say it. Psycho likes crayons.
Does he like crayons?
I don't know.
He only likes them for dinner. Only for snacks.
That joke came out after I got out the Marine Corps, and I still don't know where it came from. So
well, I think we were probably in around the same time. We were calling you guys crayon eaters back then, so it's not that new. We've been doing this for a long time.
I must have missed it.
And what did you do in the Marine Corps?
I was an engineer, but then I got attached to once you go in, you get shipped overseas and everything gets out of whack. So it's like, hey, we need you to go with this unit, and then you end up being with that unit. in everything that they do. And
That job was described to me as going out and finding mines, so I didn't sign up for it.
I did an EOD sweep, and I was like, all right, I want to volunteer for that because we always heard rumors like, oh, EOD, you get like a $90,000 bonus for reenlistment. You can pick up with warrant officer quicker. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? And I was like, yo, I want to do an EOD sweep. Dude, so it's pretty much a police call, right? And a police call is where you line up, about double arms distance apart.
It's picking up trash, everybody.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just the art. It's the military term for trash pickup.
Pretty much. So, as an EOD sweep, you're looking for mines, you're looking for claymores, you're looking for anything that's on the ground that's buried. After the Air Force comes through and blows everything up, they send us in, and we're like, all right, cool. Go look for stuff, and then
Go look for stuff. This is reaffirming my faith in my choice of a branch. At this point, I was glad to be Army because no one ever said go out and find the explosive stuff and just pointed in the general direction to me.
Dude.
So I feel I'm a lucky man.
Yeah, no, I had this one staff sergeant. He came through and he's like, "Oh, that." He's like, he kicks the little mine, right, and it was like half cracked. And he picks it up. And he's like, "See that yellow stuff that's kind of like glitter?"
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
He's like, "That's uranium, so you don't want to touch your."
Oh my gosh.
So all right, let's move on.
Brandon Wilbanks says, "What's y'all's favorite thing about the sport?" Brandon's poking the bear.
Oh, is he?
Hobby. It's a hobby.
I mean, we can just wind the trolls up.
So what is? Why do you like playing this
hobby? In the 3 months that you've been in the hobby, how much?
So I like shooting people. Shoot, we did a news a local news department came through the arena when we first opened up, and I remember the first question that they asked were like, "So, Mr. Garcia, how we want to make sure that our interview is going to be nice and crisp for the public, right?" And
we have a little experience in that. We know what goes on.
Right. So I'm like, they're like, what made you want to open up something like this? And I'm like, well, I like shooting people. And they're like, yeah, we can't use that, so we're gonna use something a little bit different. Tell me a little bit about your past. And I was just like, all right, well. But pretty much that's it. People pay us to shoot each other.
That is not a bad answer, my friend. I think my favorite version of that answer is always what Punk says from Northwest, and he always says, "I like shooting at children, whether they're 13 or 40. I just like shooting at children."
A game of tag,
yeah.
And and he makes a good point. It's like when you go in for a business loan, it's more than just this is the category and the name. It's like you need to be able to speak at a college level to these bankers so they write down all this information of what your business actually does.
Could you imagine being that loan officer when someone comes in and they're like, all right, describe your business. All right, we want to take these fake guns.
We're going to shoot at each other.
And shoot high-velocity plastic each other from like 10 feet away indoors. Sure, sign me right up. There's nothing about that seems like a normal activity,
Yep.
Honestly, I mean, there's so many things that you can like. On a serious note, there's a lot of things that why I love doing the sport. I remember I did my version of my podcast on my channel, and I did
give a shout out to your channel.
Promote that channel, homie.
Oh, Airsoft Revolution 15.
At YouTube.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Instagram.
On YouTube.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. It's on Twitch.
Unified branding.
Ooh, wow.
What a concept.
Just remember, don't search AR-15, search Airsoft Revolution or AR-15 Airsoft, because that's a rabbit hole you're going to get lost in if you just search AR-15.
No, it's our legal name is Airsoft Revolution 15.
Nice.
So if you guys want to do any research, you guys can figure it out.
So
on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
All joking aside, what does AR-15 include in the umbrella of stuff? Is it a team? Is it a field? Is it a pro shop? Is it just a YouTube channel? What is it?
Well, there's a lot of things. So Airsoft Revolution 15. When we first came up with the name, we were like, hey, well, we need something that's gonna have the business aspect of like when somebody looks it up, they're gonna be like, well, what is it? Well, it's Airsoft. We're changing the game. We're always trying to change the game. So we had to create Revolution, right? So Airsoft Revolution, and then 15 is the amount of Marines I had underneath me in my last deployment. So
Okay, you have to watch your phrasing when you say things like
Yes.
that. You might want to say under your command next time,
Or
or
under your
under
supervision.
your supervision.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like, just remember that. Just a little broadcasting tip.
there we go.
So, what are the components that make up AR-15? Is there? I know there's a field in there somewhere and a
Right.
shop.
No, there's
So-
a barrel, there's a receiver.
There's the pew pew button. There's the fun button. There's
So, AR-15. First and foremost, we're a pro shop. We became direct dealers for pretty much everybody.
And you're a full service shop. You offer everything from teching to retail to rental
Yes.
equipment, everything you could need.
Yes, we actually we have a very unique rental setup because as you guys know, every dealer, not every manufacturer wants to be the sole rental line. You know what I mean? They want to do a whole fleet, and they're like, "Cool, man, we'll give you a discount if you just sign with us and." We'll do all your rentals, and we're like, well, no, we have Valken, we have other brands that I'm not gonna mention, but
No, you
we
go.
have-
No, dude, you can say.
Dude, mention them.
This,
All
this
mention.
is a show.
Okay.
This
I
is
mean,
open season,
yeah.
my friend. We are here
All right,
for the
cool. So,
community.
we have Elite Force, we have Lancer, we have Valken, we have G&G, we have all the
That's so the idea being basically that you can rent any brand you want, so that you
Pretty
can,
much.
can have some experience with it before you buy.
right.
That's awesome.
Because we always had customers that were always like, "Oh man, can I try it out?" And we're like, "Well, yeah. If you rent it, if you rent this one,
Well, it's
if
just
you
like
rent
Magnum. You
this
go up
one,
to Magnum,
then
you can rent different guns.
Well, I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
new concept. It's
Yeah.
Ranges have been doing it. Battlefield Vegas. I mean, I've actually been saying
Now,
this to owners for a while. That
So, question:
that would be a cool thing.
regardless of the gun, is it the same rental fee?
I'm sorry, say again.
Regardless of the rental gun, is it the same rental fee? Or are they?
Yes,
Now,
everything's
see,
everything's the
I've
same.
I've been to some fields. They charge differently based on the value. I'm doing air quotes here. Value of the gun.
Yeah.
They charge a different rental fee.
No, the only difference that we do charge would be the HPA system.
Oh, you guys rent HPA guns?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually that's
you-
the first I've ever heard.
Do you
of
rent
someone
that for
doing
the indoor arena?
Yes, we rent that for the indoor arena, and then I was on special request for War Games, which is our outdoor field. We
Wait. How big is your outdoor field?
79 acres.
Whoa! And what is that in like? That's like, what's that in?
How many
like,
grid
metric?
squares?
Yeah, how many grid squares is that?
How many grid
Because
squares?
I'm embarrassed to say this, but I really don't know how big an acre is. I mean, I
Neither do
know
I.
it like intellectually, but I couldn't look at an acre and say that's an acre. of
Typically,
land.
like our house lots, I think are like
half
I think
acre.
four house lots, depending on where you live. 4 house lots it's about an acre or so.
Oh, okay. So that's big, man. That's
Yeah.
cool.
it is big.
Oh, so and how long you guys been open with indoor and outdoor and all that stuff?
About 5 years. We're going on 5 years. We've been established since 2012, but for the first 3 years, it took us about a lawyer to get out of that other facility that we were in, because, like you guys said, when you're dealing with banks, or we didn't deal with banks though. We paid out of pocket all of our rental supply. We did everything out of pocket, so we owned everything except for the building. So when we signed for the lease and we had to go get our permits and our stuff, we had gotten a shell, and it was between Dollar General and I think Advanced Auto Parts, and we were right in the center. And they were really the building owner was like, "Well, what's gonna say that your gunshots or your explosions are not gonna disturb their businesses?" I'm like, "Okay,
They really didn't know what it was. This is where you take him into the field and here's a gun. Go play.
We're gonna play a couple rounds, and you need to experience this a little bit. So we'll just answer questions just by playing. That's honestly the best way to do it.
man." They gave us 3 years of headaches. Yeah, that's what it was, and we had to get a lawyer to get out of the city of San Antonio and go to Leon Valley, which is, if you look at San Antonio, like, it's huge, but it's broken up into different cities in order to make the big city, right? And we didn't fall under their jurisdiction no more, so we were able to get out of there. And
So sometimes
So you pretty much moved out to county then?
Pretty much. Well, I mean, we
Yeah.
were still inside this. We were still inside the loop, inside
But
the
you were
metroplex.
across that magic line where like
Right.
instead of having to fight with the regulations and to fight the city council to get stuff, to get in there, you just didn't have to obey them anymore because you weren't inside that line, basically.
Right. The thing is, with airsoft back then, everybody had backyard airsoft, to where it wasn't. I don't want to say regulated, but it wasn't. The city didn't recognize airsoft as a business. And the city was like, well, one, then the whole rule book is now thrown at you, and you have to show me proof why you need hazmat, why you don't need hazmat, why you need, what are you gonna do with the extra tires that you have? And you're like, hold on, buddy.
Yeah, what do you do with the extra tires? I'm stacking them up and then leaving them there forever.
Right, and then
Not to burn.
Not to burn,
Not to
just to
burn.
be there. They're now a building. That's what those tires are.
So we had to do all kinds of studies for like 3 years, and like I said, being the first of your kind in your city sucks.
So, how's the community responded? I mean, obviously, you guys have been around for a while, so the business is there, the market's there. How strong is your community built around your field?
I don't think he's the owner, because Airsoft Revolution 15 is commenting, and I think that's the real owner.
Wait, is this one
Right
of
there.
those kind of like man behind the throne situations?
I think it's more of the woman behind the man.
The woman behind. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Is
okay.
there
So
an actual? Is Miss AR-15 the one who's commenting right now?
yes, actually, so AR-15 is a team. It's a team effort. We have our staff, and we have my wife, who's the head honcho, so to speak.
Makes a
She's
lot
the
more
bro-
sense now. See, now I know why it's successful, because the wife is actually running things, and
Right.
you're just the face.
He's just the dude running around
Yeah.
with a phone.
I get why it works now. There's an actual business person involved with this.
If you've ever seen like Airsoft Revolution's 15 stuff online, whether when they go live on Facebook or do a video, you always see that knucklehead over there in the window, Psycho, like, oh my God, check it out, we're all you never see him behind the counter.
No.
You never actually see him getting his hands dirty. You just think he's like, man, they got like a permanent YouTube personality at that store.
He's pro staff. He's pro staff.
Oh yes,
Pro staff.
Psycho is pro staff.
So your old lady, from what it sounds like, actually does a lot of the running day to day. Is that how that works?
Oh, phrasing. She just said we do it together.
I was trying to give her credit. I was
No, phrasing.
Oh, phrasing.
We do it together.
I'm
Run
sorry.
the business together.
Sorry.
Phrasing.
Oh, she's quick.
Right.
She already caught me. Wow, I like her. I like her a lot
Yeah.
more than you. So it's a group effort. You got 2 fields. You got the pro shop, and then you got the team. So talk to me about your team real quick.
Hold on,
Team.
before we go to the team.
Did I skip some stuff?
Well, since we're talking about the business, because like Ryan Roser is in here, like AR-15's awesome. They're the best. They're the greatest. They have great gear. You really want to get your stuff taken care of. They'll fix your gear. They'll fix your guns. They'll fix everything.
What about my car? Will they fix my car?
No.
No.
I got
that-
teammates that are mechanics, man.
See, there you
Well,
go.
yeah, true.
See,
So-
that's a businessman right there. The first answer is, I can figure something out. I can take care of you.
To me, from the pictures, it looks more than a pro shop to me, but not like a full It's like a pro shop plus or mini retail. So they actually have a lot of stuff. They can get a lot of stuff.
That's right.
They've got the arena. What are some things that you've done at the arena? Well, hold on, rewind. At the store, you do gun work, tech work,
Yes.
upgrades. Mm-hmm. They can buy gear,
Yes.
uniforms.
We kind of stay away. Well, we have trooper clothing for the
For the
little
wee ones. Oh, Rich
Right.
Forsyth is amazing. He's an awesome dude.
Right. So shout out to them. But yes, for the most part, uniforms, we really don't keep them stock because everybody has weird taste.
That's true.
And
Most people want the Gucci
And
stuff.
weird taste and different sizes.
Plus, it's hard to compete with, and they're in San Antonio, so I'm guessing you guys are also competing with the surplus shops for that. And I'm guessing
there's
there's
yeah, that's right. There's a lot
piles of
surplus in
multicam and
Texas.
ACU in your surplus shops right now. Because I know here
Yeah,
in the
I mean, I
Springs,
have
it's the
a-
same way.
yeah, I have a surplus store right across the street.
So it's not even worth competing with that, right?
Yeah, so at the same time, like Kaiju was saying, the things that we do a little bit different than most pro shops. we don't put every single weapon that we have on the wall because not everything works. Not everything works. I hate to say it, not everything works, man. Usually whenever you see something on my wall, it's because, it's been Psycho approved. It's been Dom approved. It's been BB Diva approved.
Is it Leprechaun approved?
Yeah, it's because these guys actually use it. Not only that, but I have a field, so I don't want to sell you something that you're gonna come back and complain about, on my field. So
I can respect that.
So for the most part,
so your inventory, you're saying, is more curated to what is going to be basically taken right off the wall and going out on the field, basically.
Right. So we have different things as far as questions that we have, as far as like asking the brand new player, right? We're like, well, one, what's your background? What do you do? If he's a ex-paintballer, okay, I can already tell you he's gonna lean more towards the speed soft side. So he wants that, that light trigger. He wants, a shorter barrel, or maybe he wants a longer barrel, And hate to say that we profile the player, but we kind of profile the player to where we start moving him towards what he's really gonna benefit from versus, wasting an hour of let me show you every single thing we can do for you, and it's pretty much what are you trying to do? What's your budget? And do we have it in stock, or do you have something that you already have in mind? Nice. And for the most part, we if he has something in mind already, we're like, cool. Well, either A, we can get it for you,
or
within 3 days,
educate them on an alternate thing that's makes sense.
And that's kind of the key that I think sometimes when people are put off by an airsoft retail experience is because instead of going in and being educated on airsoft, they're being pushed something.
Right.
It's I think honestly, like, the biggest advice I'd give to anybody who's new in the retail side of things is just expect every new customer is going to be like an hour-long conversation just to start off.
It's
right.
More often than not, not at Airsoft Revolution 15, but more often than not, most employees of an airsoft store that you go into, they're going to try to sell you what they like, which is not necessarily good for business. I've seen that happen a lot where they're just trying to influence the customer of what they like rather than talking to the customer. What's their budget? What are they in for? What's their style? And you get that experience at Airsoft Revolution 15. They actually figure out what you're all about to fit you because, as Psycho said, he doesn't want dudes coming back and unhappy, with their purchase.
Well, especially if you get new players to the sport and you're trying to, get them in situated
Is he
the
frozen?
right way.
Oh wait, he blinked.
No, he's
blinked.
He's very disciplined.
Those Marines.
It's it's the idea of education rather. It's realizing that you can make bucks from a customer over a series of time by giving them what they want instead of just getting that quick buck right off the bat. And I dig that a lot. That's how you encourage new player returns is by easing them into the sport. Not
Jonathan
scaring them away.
Wagner says Psycho answers questions with BBs and a smile.
BBs and a smile.
Yeah.
I hope he's wearing more than just BBs and a smile. I know, because I'd be a little worried about that.
Chris Whitley says they run a ton of different games in the arena. Great staff there.
Oh, let's talk about that a little bit. So, in your indoor field, what is your normal games type routine that you guys are running? Because people seem to really enjoy the mix of game modes you guys do. So, what do you guys do inside?
So our motto is live the game, right? So we try to bring a lot of video games to life.
Oh, I like that.
So we have 79. Well, we probably have more than 79 different games already, but we have them in seasons. So like we do like a good 15 games, and then rerun those games, and then we retire those games and we go to another set.
So what would you say are some unique game modes that you only find at your field? Because there's a standard team deathmatch, capture the flag, down pilot, VIP escort. Is there anything truly unique that you guys are doing there?
I can't really say unique anymore because I feel like we're the pioneers of the hobby.
See, they started it.
Because the thing is,
everybody else copied them.
Pretty much, I play at other fields, and I've even had other field owners that are come up to our field and be like, "Hey, Psycho, you mind if I take a picture of your game list, and maybe you can help me, with the rules. That way I can have my field up and running.
That's a sign of success right there. People are copying what you're doing. That's
Imitation is the best form of flattery,
Yep.
and that's the thing that Jay and his staff are confident that anybody else could try to replicate what they have, but they don't have the team that AR-15 has.
And we talked about like the
that's a
team
big
working
thing.
there, not like the actual AR-15 team.
So we call it the AR-15 family, right? And it's not just my staff. It's like a lot of the players that actually do play there on a weekly basis, or they put their heart and soul into the field. They help build the field. They help design new games. I got players that are helping me reinvent different props to, we find a problem. I always have the same remarks to all my players, to all my family, right? I'm like, yo, if you find a problem, don't come to me with a problem. Come to me with a solution with the problem. Other than that, for the most part, we try to listen to everybody, but at the same time, you can't please everybody. So you have to know when to, like, hey, man, we've already done that a long time ago. That game's called this, or...
I'm really interested about body snatchers.
What? Oh, what's going on in the chat?
I mean,
Empire and body snatchers. What's
Empire, team deathmatch. We know bomb domination, hospital brawl, and body snatchers. You got to explain what that is.
What is body snatchers first, right off the bat?
So body snatchers is like a variation of a body that it weighs about. We have two variations. We have a light one, which is basically a flight suit. And it's stuffed in with like a bunch of foam and stuff, so it's pretty light. We have another one. It's about 200 pounds, and with that body, right in the center of the field, you have two cubby holes. And if you're coming from one spawn, you have to put that body and an extraction point, right? And that extraction point is literally about 10, 15 feet away from the other extraction point. So you're fighting back and forth to try to extract that body by the time the game ends.
I get down with that.
The game it has a limited respawns, so it's a lot fast paced, to where you're fighting constantly to try to extract that body at set distance. Now the staff that we have, sometimes they have the power to, we ran the same variation for a while. Let me move this extraction point over to this other location. I'm going to move this extraction point over to this other location. But sometimes on a game, you end up having dead zones, right?
Yeah.
Dead zones meaning there's not a lot of action in that area. So then the game ends up evolving into where, since there's no action over there, we're going to try it out for the next game.
So sometimes when you guys get suggestions, essentially like what players aren't realizing. So if you go to AR-15 and you complain about a game mode, understand that probably that game mode is that way because it's developed from what you're suggesting, is what you're kind of saying. Like, so instead of capture the flag, it's capture the big heavy body. Like things develop. And so understand when you come into a field, I think the biggest mistake any airsofter can make is trying to bring your local game with you when you go places. The best way to have a bad time in a new field is to try and implement how your home field works on that field. And really just remember, when you get to a new field or a new place or a new experience, just go with the flow for a while, because that's why you're there, right? You're there to experience something new.
And speaking of new, don't forget, Loadout Battle Face-Off.
Yes.
We have a new contender, Rich Gully, going up against Corey Saltsider.
Throw Corey in the gully and rub salt in his face.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and these
y'all should do some of the Scar guys, man. These guys get really Gucci.
Why didn't you send a? I mean, we accept all. What are we calling these, submissions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we have your submission, sir? Since you're talking trash over there in San Antonio.
Oh, okay. So yes, let's talk.
I played.
So
I played all over the world, brother. People call Texas Gearsofters, man.
So hold on. We've already set the preface. He was a Marine.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Military through and through. I mean, he was calling you sir. In the
I was
pre-show.
Definitely not a sir.
But
ever.
So you would expect if you don't know Psycho, you would expect that he would be kitted to the nines. It's like his gear has gear, right? But no. Psycho, you've gone completely in the opposite direction, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
Tell the folks about your kit. What
So-
makes it stand out?
I wear so I don't go with the big bushy beard with the the Pellators and the cry and all that stuff.
He's literally describing me right now. I'm a little insulted.
It's Masters of the Universe. It's the Pellators.
Wait, no, Pelotor, isn't that the bike? Or is
No,
that
that's Peloton.
Peloton, okay.
But I hate those things because they get your ears all sweaty and nasty and stuff. So no, I don't do that. I got a 511 plate carrier. That's a Tech plate carrier. I think some people call it a CrossFit. I wear a white dye mask with a titanium lens and a white shamog.
So you're standing right out. And if you
Oh,
guys,
hell yeah.
if you guys want to catch out his kit, it was on the Conquest of Avalon page for Overwatch Tactics. He was the face of that for a couple of weeks while they were promoting this year's event. I don't know if you know that, but your pretty face from last year's event was up there.
Oh, Fritz is working hard. We're about to throw
We're
it
about
up.
to throw it up right now.
Oh yeah, we're totally
This
about
is
to
why
throw it
we
up
have
right
the
now.
big budget. Our graphics team is sweating their ass off. Our director is is cracking the whip, and it's going to pop up. I can almost predict how fast our graphics team can get this together in 3, 2, 1. I think they can drop it right now. If we're
Look at that.
Oh,
White shamag.
take that shit
white dye
ASAP.
mask.
Take that shit ASAP. What? See how fast we did that? What? Professionals
On the fly.
on the fly.
Let's see which one you guys put up there. Because my oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just
so-
your kind of.
We have to show Psycho a picture of himself so he remembers what
so
he
he knows what he looks like.
I like to say like I have different skins, different downloaded skins, right, from the gaming. But this is my in your face, hey, you missed me, you suck kind of look.
I can appreciate that. I can
Well,
appreciate
it's
that a
because
lot.
like when people say like, "Oh, Psycho, I saw you," and I'm like, "Yeah, but did you shoot me?" And they're like, "I tried, but you're gone." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
Oh, dude, I totally get that. I saw you, but I couldn't get to you. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason for that.
Because I'm fast and you're slow.
Oh, somebody said in the comments earlier, like, we run in airsoft, so it's a sport.
Wait a minute.
So
Okay, I'm just let it go.
with this loadout, I wear white gloves and I wear my kicks, my Nikes with it says Psycho on my shoes.
Oh, so you're doing like the Paul Walker look with the like
speed
the one
sim.
stars. Yeah, speed sim. I
Speed
like
sim.
that.
Yeah, so I wear that on Saturdays because on Saturdays, no matter what op you go to, you're gonna have max amount of players. So I want everybody to be like, "Hey, there he is." You know what I mean? And then on Sundays, I wear my ghost outfit. So I wear my Viper hood, my mesh mask, and my Oakleys. And I'm ghost.
And
so
no
you
one,
don't-
no
okay.
one's the wiser.
So I'm seeing here you do more speed softy stuff on Saturday and then more scenario kitted up stuff on Sunday. Is that right? Did I catch that right?
Yeah, that's correct. So, because sometimes when you're running ghosts for so long, people don't remember what you did. So, you gotta stand out, man. So when you stand out, you're people are able to say, "Oh yeah, I remember when you brought your squad over and you did this or you did that."
I
And
kind of go the opposite way with it. If no one remembers me being there, then I can just make up whatever I want. Because then you can just like, oh, you remember that time I came up and I got all you guys? Was that you? Yeah, totally, it was me. It was me, totally. Just take credit for other people's stuff. It's easier.
Hey, our sponsor of tonight's show is watching.
Is Enola Gay?
No, Troy Faust from Stampede. Air Force. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, also a little shout out, Milwaukee Kydex. If you guys,
Josh McNeil.
if you guys need anything made of plastic, I'm saying like, he'll make you a woman if you want that.
Dude,
Like, they
Jay-
will make it for you. Hook them up.
On the screen, it looked like Jay was looking at your T-shirt. He was like looking over his shoulder. It looked like he was looking at your
Because he's
T-shirt.
standing right next to us, dude. I know, you guys see what looks like a Google Hangouts when you're watching the show, but actually they're just in the green room. We don't like to be in the same room as our interview subjects.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kevin Rodriguez is asking Psycho, is that an I4 or an I5 that you wear?
it's a die 5. So what I like to tell my players is, if you have a small head, I-4s. If you have a big head, I-5s.
So you have a big head.
So you're of the large dome variety.
Pretty much.
What other things can people experience at your store and arena other than just pew pew?
Shoot. The family environment, man. Ooh. Sometimes.
Hold on. Mrs. Psycho is texting me. She's saying lock-ins, Nerf. Dude, you're not making a very good PR thing right now. She's like blowing me up.
Did we have the wrong half of this team
I don't
on
know,
the show?
dude.
Because we could just have him. We could have her talk and have him just stand behind his eye candy. Because I think that would actually work out better.
That's right. So,
What's a lock-in?
a lock-in. So it's basically, it starts at 9 at night and it ends at 7 in the morning. So it's pretty much the way our field is we have the back bay doors open, so all the light comes in and everything. And we have special effects. We have the LEDs up light on top that they react to sound, and we have speakers. And sometimes, depending on what lock-in it is or what theme that we do, we end up trying to put that into the game itself. So now it's a theme-based game versus just capture the flag, team deathmatch.
So
and stuff
just
like
to
that.
define the term lock-in, this is for like underage kids, so they have a place to be all night, and their parents don't worry about it on the weekend.
Yes. We have parents that drop off their kids and they forget about them.
Well, that's with anything.
Well, no, I'm not implying that you guys are just like a guaranteed
That's
babysitting
date night,
service,
bro.
but like
Yeah.
it's a safe place where the parents know their kids are going to be all night. They're exercising, they're hanging out with their friends, they're not in the streets doing drugs, right? Basically, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Yes, and then not only that, but now this new wave of players that we have, they played every single game, and I'm like,
that's so good to hear, man. That is so good to
Yes.
hear.
yes, every paid player, and this, I have to be a little bit politically correct on that, but every paid player played every single game.
Nice.
And I was like, yo, man, usually people fall off at midnight. What the heck, I'm not running you guys hard enough or something, and so. And then we have I think my wife said we have the Nerfs. We do Nerf parties and stuff. And actually, that's where we get a lot of our newer players. Is they ended up coming in a Nerf party, and then they saw the airsoft guns, and they're like,
They started
cool, I
out
wanna
Nerf.
try-
They didn't start out paintball.
That's actually
Right.
That's actually how I started my son out. He was doing we have this place called Dart Wars in the Colorado, which is kind of a Nerf arena, for lack of a better term. Like if like imagine an airsoft field for like 5-year-olds. That's what
Yep.
I would just. Would that be that'd be a good description for Dart Wars. He got started there, and now he's all about airsoft. He still thinks Nerf's cool, but like if given the choice, it's always about babies.
Nerf bow and arrows are cool.
Ooh, you know what's even cooler than a Nerf bow and arrow? Zing.
Zing.
You like how I dropped that?
Oh,
You drop that in there?
No. Jousting in golf carts with.
Can we legally talk about that now, or are we past the statute of limitations?
Hey, Psycho saw it. He was there.
I no, he wasn't there, because then now he can be called as a witness. So he was not there
sorry.
during the jousting. he was there right before and right after. No one actually saw it happen.
Oh my God. Mrs. Psycho also says that you customize
Customize what?
stuff.
What do you customize?
What do you customize?
everything.
Like masks?
We do. Yep, we could do masks. We can do guns.
What do you do
I
on
haven't done a mask
masks?
in a long time, actually.
What do you do on masks?
I airsoft on them. He
shoots them with BBs.
Oh, so when
I-
you guys say
I,
customize them, this
So
is
it looks like battle
airbrush.
damage.
this is
I
a paint,
airbrush.
this is a paint job dealie. Oh, okay. Now I get what you're
airbrush.
saying. Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
I airbrush. I'm sorry.
No.
So-
I was just trying to define it for our audience.
Now I know
because-
where I know his voice from.
Where?
He's Ramon from Cars.
Oh. Are you comparing him to the legendary Cheech Marin? Okay.
I am.
Okay. I'll let the chat deal with that. I'm just gonna let it hang. I'll let the chat do that. So Nerf parties and birthday party stuff. You're saying that that's a way you get a lot of guys, a lot of new players into the sport.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of field owners that watch the show before and after. What are the best advice you can give for a field owner that's trying to develop that birthday party alternative to airsoft business that also drives their airsoft business? How do you get that started? What are some ways to do, to reach out to the community? How do you educate parents that this is safe? Because I know, like, I recently just tried to do an airsoft birthday party with my son, and most of the parents were
crazy?
like, "No, yeah." They would not come out with their kids.
So we're like an airsoft birthday party is treated a lot different than a Nerf party.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, you have to make sure that it's a private party, especially if they're brand new to it. We do a semi-private. We usually ask for like our players that have already been there for a while, and they don't want to pay the private price because they don't want the field to themselves, and they'll just play with the regular crowd. Mm-hmm. But if you're doing a private party, you're gonna have to double up on staff, or you're gonna have to educate your staff on what to look for. Honestly, birthday parties are more harder to run than your regular crowd. Your regular crowd already knows the games. They already know where to spawn. They know how to spawn. Birthday parties, you just have to have a patience with them, because they end up shooting, getting shot, and then they keep shooting. And then you're like, no, bro, you're hit. You need to go back to respawn, like in the video, like in the safety brief. Okay, go back and respawn. You just have to, honest to God, you have to baby the situation. You can't treat them at the same level as a regular player.
So
because
do you use parents when you have these parties? Are they with parents with the kids, or is there an age cutoff? Like, what things do you put in place to help make managing the kids easier, or is it just like drop the kids off and you guys do everything from there?
Well, no, because we have a private room for the private party, right? And we have 10 players now, whether it's an adult or kids, it doesn't matter. But you have 10 players, right? And it always ends up being just the kids first, like for the first game, and then they hear like a grenade go off, and then they're like, "Wait a minute, I want to know what's going on," and then they jump in. And they end up taking like half of the player.
So,
then they're like,
so the biggest piece of advice for when you start running birthday parties is have extra rental equipment for the parents to get in the game, because it's just a matter of time.
Dude, true story.
Okay.
True story.
Give me a birthday party story.
We used our gotcha guns, and we were promoting their 50 cal foam balls, not paint. And so I got in contact with a bunch of stay-at-home moms from our church that I know, that my wife knows, that have kids like anywhere from the age of 8 to 13, 14. I told the moms, you have to stay, right? But after the kids got warmed up and they got 2 games under them, then I was like, all right, I asked the kids, hey, do you want a kids versus moms game? And they were like, yes!
Yes,
and then the moms were like, I don't know. But the moment a mom shot her kid for the first time, they were so into it. They were like, dude, they were getting all tactical and playing corners and stuff. And these are like a bunch of moms, man.
Like with their like Karen haircuts and high heels, and still like heel toeing across the arena.
Dude, they had never done any kind of recreational shooting sport before, and they started smoking their kids.
I say it every single time. The quickest way that if anybody talks shit about airsoft or any other gun-related sport, that's real steel, paintball, just put it in their hands. That's all you got to do. One round is all anybody needs to fall in love with the sport. And if you don't fall in love with it after one round on the field, you're dead inside, and I don't need to know you. That's about it.
So Psycho, somebody wants your autograph in the chat. Ryan Rosser said, Psycho got a good shot on me during War Games Genesis. He said it like 5 times in the chat so far.
He wants it to be known.
So where you shot him, you need to take a Sharpie and sign your John Hancock right there.
Unless it's
and own that.
Unless it's below the waist, then don't do that.
Well, if it's if it's the calf.
Okay, so if it's in the no-no zone, don't sign it. But if it's anywhere else, you're good.
At War Games Genesis, I wasn't wearing my dye mask. I was Ghost Psycho, so yeah.
Well, talk to us a little bit about War Games. You guys do ops out there?
Well, War Games are in between your scrimmage games and ops.
Okay.
So it's an open world game. So pretty much we start at 9 in the morning and we finish at 5 in the evening. And as soon as you walk in, you get chronoed, you get safety briefed, and then you get pushed out to the field, and you get tagged. So let me see if I have my QR scanners here. And we run a QR. Here it is. So we run these QR scans, right? And the red is when you get hit and you need to get medic by your team.
Oh, they're
you
casualty cards.
Yes. So you get medic and you use a QR scanner and they scan your QR. Your teammate scans the red one, and that gives them X amount of points. Now the person who shot you, now they don't have to come and get you, but you always hear these stories about, oh, I got like 527 kills at the op. Well, here's your proof.
You know, I've been wanting to play like that's like it sounds a lot like Kill Confirmed from Call of Duty, and I think honestly I've been trying to push a everywhere I go to play. I wanted to play Kill Confirmed games because it adds such a dynamic that if you do something stupid in the start of the game, run out in the middle of the field and get shot, now you have to take a knee for like 25 minutes till the game indexes because no one's coming to get you one way or another. You know, and it kind of builds in a lot more confirming the advance rather than just people sitting on corners and shooting everything that goes by, like, because it doesn't matter unless you go out there and tag some fools, you know what I mean? Like, so I love that game mode. It's one of my favorite ways to play.
Oh, Ryan says he shot me on the inside of my elbow.
Okay, so that's in the safe zone. He can sign that.
Dude, I was actually hit on the inside of an elbow with a golf ball.
In Airsoft?
College,
Why
in
were
the dorm.
Why were you guys throwing golf balls at each other?
We
in
weren't
Airsoft
throwing.
game?
We were taking full swings with it. We would stand at the ends of our dorm hall, which had concrete walls, and one guy would whack a golf ball, and you could not move until he actually made contact with the ball. And the doors are recessed only by like 6 inches, right? And the dude, and apparently my arm was still out, and he nailed it. And my arm went like this, and I couldn't feel it.
Did you guys have not a lot of women at your college to hang out with on the weekends that you were
Oh
meeting each other
no,
with golf clubs?
I went to a Christian college that it was
it
was very known that women went to that college to find a husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
If they were an education major, they were there to get married.
Not dating, but husband material.
Yes.
So there was much less of the partying, and more of the courting, I guess would be the term.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and what the heck is that over your right shoulder? What is that?
Is that Goku?
Is that Dragon Ball? What is up with you and Dragon Ball Z?
Yes,
Is Dragon Ball Z still going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What's wrong with you?
Well, I thought after 20 years or so they would have gotten all the Dragon Balls.
No. So
See, I know a little bit about it.
No, I love Dragon Ball Z. I followed that like since I was a kid, since Ninja Turtle times.
Okay, so you need to
which was 3 months ago.
What is Dragon Ball Z? Like, for real, because I see all the memes, I hear all the jokes. There's some things the kids are saying something about going full Saiyusan or something like that. I think that's a Dragon Ball thing. Like, all I know is that it's everything every clip I see on Adult Swim is two guys hovering in midair punching each other over and over in the face. Is there more to it than that? Like, is there?
Honestly, it's pretty much who's stronger and who's the best.
Well, I mean, are they fighting for a reason? Like, are they just? Is it just like guys who don't like each other? Like,
no, it varies on the arcs. In arcs you have, or in manga you have stories, right? And they turn them into anime, and that's what Dragon Ball Z is. It's just another anime. But I personally love Dragon Ball Z because I kind of relate more towards this character, Goku, because you know when people find out, oh, you're Psycho and you're the guy I always hear about, they show up at the arena and they're like, yo, we're here for the title, bro, and I'm like, what? Like,
we're here for the title.
Here for the title. Like, do you
Let's
guys
get ready to rumble.
you guys have a belt like hanging over the middle of the field or something that I don't know about? Like, actually, that would be a great idea.
well, we have
A
bragging
ladder
rights,
match.
but I don't
Airsoft ladder match. You guys need to do this and report back to us, okay? Airsoft ladder match. You hang a flag or a belt in the middle of the arena, and each team gets a ladder. And
That takes a special waiver.
Yeah, you have to move your ladder to the center of the field and get your just like WWE. I think that would be legendary. Or steel cage airsoft matches. I haven't seen that yet.
We have a thing that's called bragging rights, and pretty much Friday.
Jonathan
Friday
Wagner
has-
said bragging rights belt.
Yep.
Right there.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So we have Friday night bragging rights, Saturday night bragging rights, and Sunday night bragging rights.
So how do you earn the bragging rights? How does that work?
that one's kind of unique in itself as far as the competition. The way it works is we play a game that's called Kingstar, and no matter how many players there'll be like 20 players in the field, and everybody starts in the middle. There's 2 whistles that blow. First whistle blows, everybody spreads out in any direction that they want. Some people stay in the middle, some people follow the other person, and the second whistle now is up to the enforcer to blow it 2 seconds, 5 seconds, a minute. It doesn't matter. He can.
Excuse me, the enforcer. Is that what you guys call your refs, the enforcers?
Yeah, because they don't count points. They enforce the rules.
I like that. That's a good one. No more refs, no more field marshals. They're just enforcers from now on.
Yeah. So, and they really do feel like enforcers because they have the ability to kick anybody out, or they pretty much say, "Hey, let me stop the game," and every game starts and ends with a whistle. And they're elevated so they can see most of the field. And when the enforcer sees a situation, they're able to blow the whistle and then end the game, and then either move players from one side to the other side, so that way the game's more balanced.
See what you did?
What did I do wrong?
He was talking about this cool game, and then you got him off on a rabbit hole.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you did. You're like, oh, you're going to call the referees enforcer. You didn't let him finish the game mode.
I was really excited. I like the name. I like the term enforcer. I'm just going to forget if I don't say it. You know I'm stream of consciousness. You know you knew what you were getting into.
There's a pen. There's a note card.
What is this, like 1985, writing stuff down with pen and paper? God.
Okay, write on your hand. Write on your hand like a middle schooler. So the enforcer blows the whistle after everybody spreads out.
So the second whistle is when everybody can engage. And when they engage, they start fighting, and people drop left to right. Da-da-da-da-da. And the last 4, the final 4, they stay in the field. The other people, the game ends, and everybody, they go to what we call the window of shame. And
whoa, the window of shame? Is it like the penalty box for Airsoft where losers go to be laughed at till the game's over?
No, that's pretty much just like a 4x8 window that people can see into the field, and it's in direct view of where the enforcer can watch, and he can count how many people have died. And not only that, but all the other players can see, like, oh, you died. And we have a lot of players that are unique to their skill, their ability, their background, their players. It's not just Psycho who's the number one guy. You got Raptor, you got Ninja, you got you got everybody. Mike, you got our Airsoft Jesus. He's one of the leaders of one of the teams here.
Airsoft Jesus, is he just like really good at airsoft, or does he actually wear brown robes and sandals and all that stuff?
No, he looks kind of like.
You got him choking,
or is he like a Mexican Jesus? So he's like Airsoft Jesus.
Pretty much.
Okay.
He's really good. You got Leprechaun. You got.
Oh, someone beat you to it. Jonathan already. They're dropping names in the chat right now, beating you to it, man.
No, Jonathan Wagner is telling you.
Yeah.
Write your thoughts down on paper and ask after the
Leprechaun, right?
After the speech. Which I think Jonathan's trying to poke at Psycho that he talks a lot.
No, I think it'd be okay.
Man, well, the thing is that we don't have one Jet the Desert Socks.
Okay, that's official.
Jet the Desert Socks.
Yep. No Jet.
Oh,
no Jet.
Hashtag
Not
Jet the Desert Socks.
Not in a train.
Not in a plane. I've never.
No desert socks. I will not play Airsoft with you.
Dude, Jay, you're killing us, man.
Why have we not made it down to San Antonio yet? I think that needs to be added to our schedule because this seems like a fun place to spend a weekend.
We need to have a debrief lock-in.
That would be fun.
Oh, you know what? You know what we should do?
We need to have an adult debrief lock-in.
So we have a debrief lock-in to where we're elevated up with the enforcers, and we're doing live commentary of all these game modes.
We'll call it Debrief After Dark.
Oh, man.
You like that? You like that? After Dark? Yeah, lock-in. Nighttime. Like a club atmosphere. Play some music. talk like this. Yeah.
You just made it Tinder creepy.
Did I get it creepy? Thank you. I like it. I haven't creeped him out for like 4 or 5 episodes, so I'm feeling good about this.
Chris Doan says, #do it.
If you ask for it, we'll be there. So start bombarding AR-15's Instagram page and Facebook page with requests, and if there's enough, we'll be there. If you ask for it, we will come. Wait, phrasing. If you request it, we will arrive. Okay.
There you go. Yeah, so we try to do at AR-15. We try to build a player to be the next G.I. Joe or the next, whatever it is he wants to be. And for the most part, that's why we don't have one champion. We have 3 champions. We have, one for Friday, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. And we have different events. I mean, we do Fight Night Friday.
What's Fight Night Friday? Tell me about it.
That's a different thing. I mean, shoot. That's basically where all of the heavy hitters. When I say heavy hitters, it doesn't mean like, oh, these guys shoot hotter. It just means that
guys have been around a while. Know what they're doing.
They get held back a lot because they're playing with the novice players.
So that's their night to come out and like play no holds barred, hurt each other airsoft.
Well, it's zero meds.
Yeah.
But it's
Wait.
Not, it's not what you think.
If I take a med, I can only play on Saturday and Sunday. But if I don't want to take my meds, I can play on Friday.
What are these meds?
Well,
do they?
I don't know. He said zero
meds. Do you have
meds.
to buy the meds there, or can I pick up my meds at a generic like district? Because I get
Cross store.
Because I get my meds from the VA normally, and I don't know if they have a location on his field. So is that going to be a problem?
Well,
minimum engagement distance is what he meant, guys.
yeah. So minimum engagement distance usually is 5 feet. For Fight Night Friday, it's not every Friday. It's once a month, and it's a designated day where, literally, as soon as you come off a spawn, you're ready to fight. Because
that's what I mean. I was not trying to imply that like people are out there trying to like lodge BBs in each other and shoot hot guns.
Yeah, no,
I was more saying like this is where you don't have to hold back night. Like you can push people back into their spawn and no one's gonna get butthurt about it. They'll just reset and play again. It's
almost like an invite only kind of game because some players that think that they're ready, they get tagged right between the eyes and they get rocked and they're like, whoa. I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like
our regular games will shock you. I had Lone Wolf from Overwatch Tactics come through, and I took him through one of my classes, and he participated. And then after the class, he went upstairs to the Enforcers Tower, and he actually saw. He was like, "No wonder you fuckers are crazy." And I was like, yeah, I go, basically, these is all mini cycles and mini scar. And, and these are just our regulars. They're not even our teams that play here.
Well, what's funny is that about Lone Wolf, too, is I don't know if you've noticed, but Lone Wolf only seems to get hit in the face.
Yes.
At Avalon,
well, that's all he peeks. That's all he shows. You got to shoot what he shows.
At Avalon, he was not playing, and this was really funny because on Saturday, he had no mask on. If you look at all the pictures from Saturday, those are Saturday pictures. And then Sunday, there is a very prominent mask on his face because every time he turned around, on like Sunday, I counted probably 5 welts on it, like visible on his face from getting shot, and he was admitting, like he just it's great, So he can't
when he went up there, I think he saw a game that we have. It's called Empire, and he saw that game, and I was like, "You want to suit up, bro? I'll lend you all my stuff. I'll lend you my rifle, my gun, my mask, everything." He's like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." He's like, "Nah, you guys are nuts." He's like,
I have to say, the last time I played a really hardcore indoor game was when we were down at High Grounds in Houston a couple months ago. And when you're used to getting shot outdoors and you're used to kind of just that tap on the shoulder and the occasional hard hit, and that's really it. The first time you get rocked up close with one of those like nipple shots or like on the hip, like from about a foot away, you're like, oh wow, airsoft really hurts. I forgot.
Man. Remember we went to high ground? It's like I had a T-shirt on, I had a big baggy paintball jersey with pads built into them. I mean, I wasn't running like plate carry nothing, but I was like as much padding above the waist as I possibly could.
Yeah, it tingled. The first couple shots tingled a little bit. Let's put it that way. I was glad to have a mask on.
So Psycho.
What's up?
So we've talked about the shop, the indoor arena, the outdoor field, some game modes. You also have a team.
Yes.
So tell us what kind of crazy people would actually follow a guy that goes by Psycho.
It's like the second lowest level of airsoft. It's influencer and then the airsoft teams, right above that.
Yep.
Those are two low levels of the sport. Tell us about it.
So Scar originally started off as how do I say this? As a thought of this is the leaders of the community, right? These are people that want to join the team for this specific op, right? And then like this is the team that's going to represent not just AR-15 but the airsoft community in San Antonio, if not Texas. And when you see Scar, you're like, I want those guys on my team, because I want them fighting on my side of the event.
Is SCAR an acronym or is it just the word SCAR? Does it mean like
super cool, awesome rifleman?
Yeah, I love it. I knew it was there. Yeah.
I mean, I knew it because they were division agents at Op Sunset. But I'm like, no, I just want to hear Jay say it. So I'm so glad you asked it.
I was waiting. I was just waiting to pull that out. Just tease it out for you guys. I'm here for you, audience, every time.
So how do you what are some of your preferences or guidelines or rules that help you manage the team, police your own, whatever?
Everybody that's in SCAR is a leader. Is that simple? Everybody is a leader. Everybody from the newest guy to everybody from the newest guy to my second in command. They can all be a squad leader. They can be a platoon leader. They can all lead a faction if they wanted to.
So you have more of a group of like less than calling them like a little tactical unit. You more have like a force multiplier, I guess the term would be.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool because it's like whistle blows and this dude grab. Hey, you squad, come with me. We're gonna go do this, and I mean you just basically wind them up and.
I'd rather have on my team like 10 guys who are pushing the game forward as they go, rather than 10 guys who are just going to hang out in a little group together and accomplish their mission and then another mission and then another mission and then never influence the big game. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Like spreading out your experience to the whole faction seems to be the most effective thing for most people.
Right. And that's one of the problems I see nowadays is groups or teams, they just play with themselves at airsoft events. And they never incorporate little Johnny. Like, maybe for whatever reason the commander put these two guys in a squad where it's all SCAR, and then there's like two randoms. Like SCAR, they're like, yo, dude, come run with us. But there are a lot of other teams that are just like, they just go off and they just always stay themselves and do their own thing.
That brings up an interesting point, because when a faction leader is putting together his roster or the organizer for an event, yes, I get that you want to put teams all together, like in one squad. Like a team makes up one squad. But I think it really is sometimes not in the true spirit of the game to do that. And just like, if you want to be alone, you're allowed to be alone. Like, I honestly think that it should be required at a lot of these events that if you come with your team, you're going to have a couple randos on your squad, no matter what.
Every event that I've commanded in airsoft, and I'm not going to say career because it's not a sport.
In the length of his hobby, in the time in the hobby.
There's always one squad that says, oh, can you have our squad run with their squad? It's cool. It's good. It's cool. And I'm like, no. That squad didn't ask for you to run with them, so you're just going to stay and run yourself.
Right. And it really benefits me because it gives me a chance to either one, cut loose, and then I can be another gun, or when I bump up in the leadership, because sometimes I don't go in as a squad leader. I don't sign up for a squad leader, but then I get put in a squad leader position, and then I get pumped up to the platoon leader. Next thing you know it, I'm leading, not just my platoon, but this other platoon and this other platoon, and
It happens occasionally.
I can't run with my crew no more. So at that time, Raptor, which is not Raptor Man.
No, it's
Raptor.
Raptor. It's this other guy. He's in the
Yeah,
chat.
it's
Well,
Brandon.
What's
Brandon.
Raptor's name? Brandon?
Yep.
Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. We're talking about you if you're still here.
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
He bumps up and then he takes the rest of the crew and they go do cool things to bad people. So
Wait, there's no bad people on an airsoft field.
Yeah,
it's
I mean-
cool things to good people who happen to be on the other team.
right. For the most part, we like to do this kill cam where we take pictures with the people we just got in a fight with.
Oh, that's very
And
cool.
so there's not only that, but it gives us a chance to break character for a little bit. And we're like, hey, man, I like how you really did this. Now, is it true all the time? Not really. We try to exaggerate what really happened, and we're like, bro, you got rocked. But for the most part, we try to get people, because the thing is, if you destroy a faction, then guess what? There's nobody to shoot at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or
And
there's nobody to shoot
especially
tomorrow.
If you do that on Saturday or you do that on the morning break, the morning session, there's just going to be less people in the afternoon game, less people on the Sunday game. That's
Right.
less fun for
You,
everybody.
you don't want to demoralize
Yeah.
anybody. For whoa, Sal Z Monster from
I was about to say
Third Coast
that.
Airsoft is in the
TCA
house.
himself.
Sal, when are you going to call me, man? Seriously.
Does he need to tell you something? Is it something important? Or is
we
it
need
just
to talk business.
Oh, this isn't a personal? This isn't like a catch-up?
no,
How
this
you
is like
been?
business.
This maybe about Third Coast next year? Like what they're up to, what they're doing? Are we maybe going to be seen at some Third Coast events?
Maybe.
No? Maybe? Okay.
Mega compound at
Meg-
TCA events.
What's it? Oh, like our mega compound. I thought they were...
No, even bigger than it was this year.
Like, are we talking like we might just bring Colorado with us? Like all of Colorado?
No, just staff.
Just staff? Okay, yeah.
Staff's the only cool one.
Yeah, the rest of Colorado sucks. We hate
No, I know you are busy with Army business, and that is crazy. You gotta sign on
Hurry up
and
and
review.
retire and go get a normal job so we can all hang out like normal people.
I actually was joking
Bro.
with him the other day. I'm like, dude, the best way to deal with that Army business, it's called a DD-214.
Slap that shit down.
So, but yes, Sal,
Join
we
the
will catch up.
alumnus.
I know you got
Almost
the
take it.
holidays. You're
Don't must take it. Texas is his hometown.
I know.
I know, right?
I actually just watched Kicking Mustangs video from Starburst.
Uh-huh.
Made me a little excited. I want to go. It looked like a lot of fun. I recognized some spots there, that I've been before.
Oh yeah, we got Stonebreaker in the events
Do we have it?
segment.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
of
Yeah,
course,
cool.
dude, of course. So,
Speaking of events,
no, well, not yet.
oh, we're not to that point.
No,
yet?
no, no.
I was going to ask
As a
him,
team, what is your guys' favorite event that you went to in 2019 as far as gameplay?
Why are you gonna do that to me, bro? Sal just jumped on board.
Oh, so that must mean it's not a TCA.
So the answer is not TCA was his favorite this year.
No. I didn't get a chance to make it out because we were dealing with some logistics back home. But yeah, shoot, I went to AMS's Broken Home, and we went to Overwatch this past time.
I mean,
and I
you're not
usually
gonna
go to-
you're
I
not gonna
usually
hurt
go to-
anybody's feelings, man. Like,
Well, I usually
Well, and
go
then you went to-
I
so
usually
you
go
went
to
to
all
s-
the TCA events in Texas.
You went to Sunset. You went to Avalon. You went to Broken. Are those the only three you went with your
I
team?
went to Broken Home too. Well, Raptor and I were the only ones at Broken Home this year.
well, and to be fair, Broken Home this
So-
year was kind
so
of a
out-
shell of what it normally
So
is.
out of those three, which was your favorite?
I'm sorry, Soto. I can't do this, but I'm gonna have to say, because of the experience, because of the suck, I'm gonna have to say it was Broken Home.
Oh, and I can respect that answer because
What side were you on?
I was in cost.
So was this your first Broken Home, or have you done more than one?
No, it was my first Broken Home.
Okay.
Did you ever run into me at Pegasus Bridge?
We were the ones spawn trapping y'all. Yes, actually.
How can you say you were spawn trapping us when it was our job to prevent you from crossing the bridge?
Bro, we went up the ridge line on the right side.
I wasn't there. I'm gonna let you guys handle this. So I'm gonna go take a break real quick. I was on my airsoft vacation back then.
Well, the reason I say it wasn't the actual event itself, but it was because at that moment in time, AR-15 as a whole was a little bit rocky on its foundation, and we were trying to decide whether we were going to push forward or whether we were going to, not, because our lease was coming up and our numbers had declined, and so I was in a bad place as far as airsoft, and I had forgotten why we do this to begin with.
So was that weekend that just reignited the flame in a lot of ways? Took you back to basics?
Was Sunday, it was stormed, and it rained, it was swampy. Yeah, and I really got into my element, and I forgot that feeling you get when you're in the suck.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
How important do you think it is for an event host or a field owner or a store owner to play regularly?
You have to. I know, like.
Ooh, I've heard several different points of view on that, and you're the first one. You're the first person I've talked to who said you have to play your own field, because most owners and field people I talk to try not to play their own fields so they can kind of stay separate from things. So
the reason I tell you this is because, one, as Psycho, right, the character Psycho, people don't know that I'm the owner. People don't know that I'm a Marine. People just think that I'm a player that plays at the field. Mm-hmm. And until later on, at different events, even at that, some people don't even know that I'm the one who's wearing the dye mask.
So, kind of what you're saying is the key is you have to play your own fields, but you have to do it as a player, not as an owner. So you have to basically just be undercover boss the whole time you're there.
Yeah, well, not all the time, but you do have to play your own product because you never get to grow. And if you don't grow, if you don't change, you don't evolve, then you become stale and your product no longer pushes forward because people get tired of it. And you may think you have the greatest thing in the world, but next thing you know, somebody else pops up brand new, and the hype is going to be there, and they're going to be like, oh, let's go over there, let's do this, let's do that. And you slowly but surely, it could have been, that other company either copied what you had, but they made it better because they know they were a product of your product, and they just go ahead and they evolve. They keep changing. I remember when Z was coming over to the ops that we used to host, and it gives him a chance to get down on the ground and see, okay, you know what? Do we need a CCP? Do we not need a CCP? Do we need multiple respawns? Do we not need multiple respawns? And if you don't know, you get stuck on this mentality thinking that, you know what I have is perfect and I don't need to grow from this. No, I mean, and you can see in his events from the first time I started going to his events to now, they've evolved and they change for the better of the player because he gets down in. And I'm not saying you have to play every time, but you have to taste your formula. Yeah. And if you don't taste your formula, then you don't know what you have.
What's funny is hearing a lot of these interviews, and you're just was sparking it in my memory zone right now, but it's funny that a lot of people don't seem to realize that guys like you and Sal are in the same place, enough that like you guys can see each other on a regular basis to play. And it's, what I really want to see, be kind of neat to see some regional associations start to grow besides like local cities, because like, you kind of have like the LA community, and then you have like a good community up in the Chicago area, but it's spread out with like Bristol over here and then Powers down here. But you rarely hear of kind of like these associations forming like that, but they're there. They're just not, they don't have a name, like, so you kind of have like your dirty South guys in South Texas, which, you guys are part of. You have the LA crew, you have the New York crew. Like when you talk to John Zero about, the Long Island, scene.
Oh, it's a completely different.
I would really love at some point to get like a meeting of the minds to like have some people put together like a blog guide for if you're traveling to the Northeast, here's what you need to know that's different up here. If you're coming down to Texas to play, here's some weird shit we do down here. Like for instance, we were talking to Too Tall Tom, and he's like, "Yeah, we don't go below 450 FPS in Utah." And I'm like, "What?" What? He's like, "Yeah, we're 500-600 FPS games. Like that's what you're gonna get when you come here." And so it'd be neat to see some more of those associations growing past like just a city or a state.
So, Psycho,
Sir.
in your 3-month airsoft career in this sport. What in your opinion has changed the most?
The players.
Ooh.
How so?
Better or worse?
They evolved, man. I remember when we first opened up the arena, everybody was just the same way, like you said, 500 FPS. I don't play in that 350 crap. You need to bring up the FPS. I can use my rifles in there. They're more accurate. We had this Elite Force CQC that we had gotten, right, and I just put a red dot on it. I sighted it in. It had a microsys trigger. Put a 9.6 battery into it. Everybody at the time was using 8.4s and 9.6s. Was like, oh, that's only for the rich dudes, And, or they had the little 9-volt batteries, the big blocks.
Yeah.
And for their LMGs that everybody was rocking back then, and we call that the convincer because it convinced people like you don't need that high FPS rifle, to be.
It's almost like people have never attended a science class in high school, because all of this shit about how BBs works, it was taught to you like in 8th grade or like junior year of high school in science class. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's there. Like
Right.
we should all know better, but no one does.
Sal said, FPS is for noobs, and trying to
Sal. Yes.
trying to educate the players that it's not just about FPS, it's dual limits.
Yep.
And people are like, well, what is the joule limit? And I'm like, well, the joule limit is,
the actual energy on target.
Right, because you can bring in, at the time it was only 3 2s, right? But you can bring in a 3 2s, or you get a little bag that had 5 O's in it. And I don't even know where those came from back then, but it used to be able to get like a little. Yeah.
I'm guessing it was probably just 3 2s that they wrote 5 O's and charged people $10 more for.
Bro,
probably.
I remember sitting on the field and was like, oh, this is for my non-hit hit it,
Yeah.
my non-hit callers. Well, playing indoors, dude, you can't shrug a hit. Well, you can, but
No, it hurts no matter where you are. Like indoor,
right, but
there's
playing CQB, it doesn't give you the ability to just brush it off and you can go on along your way. Here it's like, you get shot and you flinch hard, and if you shrug it off, you're about to get another,
Do you
Pain train.
Do you Jay, do you remember those like mood rings and shirts from like the 90s that you could put your hand on and they change color? Do you remember all that stuff like that? The hats and the shorts and the shoes?
Yes.
I think they do a pressure version of that. That would be how we solve shrugging your hits in airsoft, where like you wear one of those old like 90s heat shirts and like so you can see where the bruises are, where the impacts are. That would be the way to, because like then after the game you'd be like, I didn't get hit. I'm like, really? Really, dude? You didn't get hit? Because I'm seeing some splotchies.
So with that, you kind of have to educate the players at the fields. First. That's where it starts. At the fields. Next is the outdoor field. And then after the outdoor field, at the event. Because at the event, you don't have time to sit there and be like, this is why you call your hit. Because that guy who just paid $185 for his ticket, you want him to go home with an experience. You don't want him to, to be like, man, fuck that event because ain't nobody called their damn hits. They were
it's the
about
idea of
$800 worth of, gear that they don't even use, and they don't feel it. So you have to. It all has to start at everybody's field. Everybody has to do their part.
Yeah.
It's not just give me your money and.
Well,
and
that's the biggest thing to educate new players on, which is that, especially in the milsim side of things or the bigger op, it's a shared experience.
Right.
You acting out your hit or you calling your hit is just as much an experience for that other player as when they do it for you. And if we don't all do it together, the experience falls apart.
Here's what I always caveat with that, because at multi-scenario weekend events, milsim, whatever, milsim light, at these events, these venues are large enough. If somebody's not calling your hit, okay, is it them not calling your hit, or you just BBs are dropping? Doesn't matter.
Or you hit the strap of their plate carrier or something.
If you're getting frustrated, guess what, bro? Or sis?
There's somewhere else.
The AO is so good. You can go have fun somewhere else. You know?
Or here's a crazy idea: just get closer and make it hurt. Like, just get closer. Like, if they're not calling it, close the distance. That's always an option, right? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So, where do you see Airsoft Revolution 15 in like the next 5?
are you guys
10
going to be
years?
taking over the Superdome at that point, or like
Changing
what?
locations, bigger venues? What?
So we are going to be opening up a new field. Our lease, like I said, it ends at, or for our indoor field, it ends in May next year.
So you got a little time before you have to make your decision, or are you in that process of finding a new
Well,
location?
no,
right now?
we've been working with different banks.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, so you guys are actually going to be owning the actual facility now, in addition to everything
Yes.
else. That's where you're
Yes.
going to. Okay.
Yes, sir. So we're actually building from the ground up, because anybody can just lease out a facility and then make it work for them. We're actually designing it for us for this
Well,
time.
yeah. Plus, you don't.
So-
Once if you now can, if you own it, you can build out a lot more, because if you're leasing a facility, you built it out. What's to stop the owner from canceling your lease and having his own airsoft field?
Yeah.
Right.
All he has to do is buy some rental guns, and you've done all the hard work for him. So
Real quick,
Yes, sir.
you never know who. We always have great guests on the show, but you never know who's going to pop in the chat. Because remember, you called back to it, a few episodes back, where you always have people in the industry watching the show.
yeah.
So, good friend of mine, Mark Buttman from Tag In, and if you don't know, Mark is in Russia. He's watching the show right now. From the guy that owns Tag In.
You saying those incredibly friendly Russians that I got to meet at Airsoft Con are actually watching the show right
Yes.
now? Hey,
Yes.
awesome to meet you. That is so cool. Thank you for staying up late, and hope you're, I guess, vodka.
Or maybe or he's just up early.
or early. Thank you for watching, whether it's late or early. We appreciate it. Say, and do you know any Russian? I don't know how to say it. Like Nozdrovia?
Pizdets.
No, that's not good. That's a bad word. That's a bad fucking word. I know that.
Hey, I have a whole Russian team that plays at Air 15.
Oh, you guys got some Russians down there too?
No. We have they're called the Texas Partisans.
Ooh.
Oh, so
them.
Russian reenactors.
So tell us about it. Are they
Not-
full? Are they full head to toe screaming in Russian, or are they just guys who like AKs?
No. Inside the arena, they do the full Russian. They call out positions and.
Razovi! Diva! Razovi! I played with those guys this weekend.
I'm in character and I have to break character. I'm like, what does that mean, bro? And then they're like, oh my god, Psycho! Like, really? I'm like,
We actually have a great group of a local Russians chapter here in the Springs, led by Nikita. Hey, buddy, how you doing? And I have to say, I always have a blast whenever I play with them. And actually, this weekend was the first time at the field where I got to play on the same team as them. Total blast. Those guys are a shit ton of fun. Do not be put off if you're a newer player by people who are super kitted up, because that doesn't mean they're necessarily serious. It often means they're the goofiest dudes there, because they spend all their time sourcing old Russian 1980s shit or
Right.
Rhodesian shit from the 1970s. Those are often the people you want to hang out with, because they're the goofiest, weirdest ones there.
So, before we cut to a quick commercial and talk about our event segment, don't forget, vote for the loadout battle. You got to vote. Voting's only going to be open for about another
We
few
have
minutes.
to fill Rich's gully with as many votes as possible because it's empty inside.
And if you don't know how to vote, just look at the bottom of your mobile device. Right next to writing the comment, you see a purple
you know
circle.
what? I've been trying to influence this competition for a couple months now. I'm going to say vote for Corey. Let's see. Let's try some
No,
reverse.
vote for Rich.
No, because I've been promoting the other guy, and he keeps losing. So if I'm going to reverse psychology, I'll support Corey, and then Rich will win. Everybody I support loses. So I have to go the other way with it.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Psycho is not going anywhere. He's going to help us talk about events. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after this quick commercial break.
Bacon time.
Hi, this is Virgil from Historic Blast Camp Paintball and Airsoft, and you're watching the Valken Debrief.
Be sure to check out the Valken Tactical Kilo Gloves. Each glove is equipped with stretch mesh fabric and Velcro wrist closures. They come with silicone grips in those high contact areas and are touch screen friendly. These gloves are ultra lightweight and have soft gel padded knuckles to protect your hands against BB strikes. So no matter what kind of playing conditions you encounter, the Valken Tactical Kilo Gloves are the right fit for you.
All right, we are back. The Valken Debrief Airsoft live show, episode number
105. Biggest show in Airsoft. Legitimately recorded at this point. In the ledgers.
We have the record for the largest live viewership.
We also have the most lights in one studio of any Airsoft
Yes.
show. So chase after that record. Go get some lights. They're not that expensive.
Yeah.
Look better. That's why we look so good. Soft lighting.
All righty. So,
Are we on events already?
yeah, we're at events already.
So, Jay, I don't know if you're familiar with the event segment, but I'm just going to read off the event. We'll give about 30 seconds of bullshitting about it, any experiences you know. If you've been there, please give your thoughts. Your input is always welcome. All right, we got the graphics up?
Yep.
All right, so, no. Oh, we have to skip War Game. Oh, so we're on Reindeer Games. Okay.
Reindeer Games.
we doing
Fort
War
Hood,
Games or
Texas,
Reindeer
December 6th and 8th.
Oh, yeah, War Games was like 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I was about to say, okay. So Reindeer Games, 68th, Southern Region, American Mail Sims holding at Fort Hood. Well, once again, if you don't have tickets, literally, actually, if you're not driving right now,
Yeah.
you're screwed. So
Yeah.
just, Reindeer Games, always a great end of the year. It's on Fort Hood. It's a more relaxed game. I know this year they're doing different factions and uniforms. So
It's not a
kind
more
of
relaxed game.
You don't think it's more relaxed? I thought it was more relaxed than normal AMS games. It's like an end of the year
as-
wrap up game.
As far as gameplay, no. As far as the attitude of the players,
That's
yes.
what I was referring to. The
to
player
be
base.
you have to
is-
be
sorry.
specific.
The player base is more chill because this is kind of like the end of year reunion. See all your friends, not see your friends for a couple months game. Great experience on Fort Hood.
Because it's Texas.
Yep, Texas always a fun. Texas is becoming rapidly a hotspot for airsoft. So congrats down there. I'm a little jellies. Coming up after that, Operation Northern Watch. Same weekend. Southern Region, Doomsday Airsoft is hosting this at Raptor Airsoft in DeLand, Florida. If you're down there, please attend. I'm pretty sure they still have some tickets available or walk-ups. Operation Narcos, December 7th, Pacific Region. This is a John Liu joint, also known as Lion Claws Military Simulation Systems. Did I get all? I think I got them all right. Did I get
Simulation series.
Simulation
He's
series.
not a system.
I don't know.
He's not part of Space Force.
He seems pretty efficient. He seems system-like.
Dude, what are you doing?
Are you?
Lion Claw.
There you go. See, he has an iServe patch.
So, Jay, after we get done with the event segment, ask Bob about what he did to me at Lion Claws in Georgia at the Guardian Center. Because
Sal actually gave me his personal one off his shoulder because they didn't have one for me.
Oh no, he straight up embarrassed the shit out of me with that stuff when we went down there. It's hilarious, and and being a vet, you'll totally get where I'm coming from with it. This is their Santa Ana Movie Ranch in Santa Clarita, California.
DH is going.
DH?
Disposable Heroes.
Oh, I don't initial them. They get a full name when I talk about Disposable Heroes.
Okay, then it's Disposable Heroes Calm Sim.
Yeah, there you go. I come correct. You know what I'm saying? That is official. That is the Lion Claws Tactical Champion 2-time running team. I mean, you don't want to piss them off. They're very tactically proficient. So check that out. Lion Claw is always a great event. Well organized. They do them all over. They've been around forever. If you don't know what's up with Lion Claws, you're dumb, pretty much at this point. They're like the OG. Also, this is a big one coming up after this. December the 14th and the 15th, Revelations 10. That's the second week in a row. I want credit for that, but I got it right. The 14th, 15th in the Appalachian region at the famous Ballahack Airsoft in Chesapeake, Virginia. Ballahack is one of those, I'm going to call it bucket list fields. They've been around for a long time. If you follow Swamp Sniper, Chris, what's his last name? I don't know his last name. Chris something? Christopher?
Chris is his dad.
Is this a zombie one that they do?
No, this is the open world post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, so this is like Fallout.
It's like one of the first successful open world games on a large scale.
So if you want to go, actually hunt the Swamp Sniper himself, this is your opportunity. Great field, couple of towns, a whole swamp, obviously. Yeah. They're always expanding, doing new stuff there. Please
have you guys at AR-15, have you guys ever done like Fallout style or open world style?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... are you not a fan of the more open world games, or how's that?
Yeah, we do. It's just a matter that cosplayers. We don't have enough cosplayers in Texas.
No. So.
You need to have a Red Dead Redemption themed game.
Yeah, because everybody's already dressed like they're in Red Dead Redemption in Texas. You just need to get them horses.
Shit kickers and horses.
Because we just were in Texas like 2 weeks ago, and I saw a lot of boots. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, and a lot of cowboy hats. So you just need a wheel gun, and you're good to go past there. By the way, if you guys are going to be at Revelation 10, Dark Horse, led by Steve Tom, will be there finishing out the year. So please give them a holler, because they are good quality people. We like them a lot. All right, what do we got next? Battle for Los Angeles 2020. This is the 31st to February 2nd. Pacific region, Desert Fox is hosting this as a Desert Fox Airsoft joint or Airsoft event in Victorville, California. This is at George Air Force Base. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is that old housing area that's all blown up and crumbling. And
if you're not careful, you go home with a tetanus shot.
Yeah. So be careful when you guys attend those. It's a cool environment. Just take it easy, guys. I watched House Gamers fall through that roof on his video, and that was actually kind of funny from last year. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, that House Gamers from Canada was like up in the roof, and he's sitting between two rafters shooting at guys on the street, like through like a little loophole in the roof, and he steps wrong and goes right through the insulation to the floor below. It was a great video.
All right, this next event, Jay is going to tell us about this next event.
Ooh.
He's like, wait, what? Wait, you didn't tell me this? Come on now. Come on, Jay.
What you got?
Come on, Jay. It's on the screen.
Okay, we got Desert Fox Airsoft event.
No, not that one. The next one.
Well, the next one, it hasn't come up on my screen yet.
Dude,
he doesn't have the script.
I thought you have gaming, internet speeds, man.
Bro, I do. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there we go.
We got PTA's Operation Bone Strike 4.
Talk about phrasing. God, I wouldn't want a bone strike. I feel like that would be
This
dangerous.
is February 21 through the 23rd. We got my boys Fuego and his whole squad. They usually go all the way there, and they always dominate. That's the other non-affiliated SCAR team that we rock with.
Have you ever been to Vicksburg, Mississippi for this event? What?
No?
It's like, look, okay, see where Texas is. Mm-hmm. You know where San Antonio is. Look, you're only there's only one state between you and
Vicksburg. San Antonio on the other side of Texas?
Just to
Isn't it
get
on the
out
western
from
side?
San Antonio to the border, it's a long drive. It's about 6 to 8 hours.
Is San Antonio, I thought you were on the western side of the state,
Nah, we're like, if you draw
he's like
dot in the middle.
Okay.
Right, he's right there.
Oh, so they're closer to Houston. Okay, for some reason I thought they were on the border, on the western, the Rio Grande River. I don't know why. Dude, I'm gonna say this for the last fucking time, everybody. I grew up on the coast in New York, and if you grow up on the coast, you think that everything between Philly and Vegas is just one big fucking state. You don't know there's individual places there. It's we don't come in the middle of America. It wasn't until the Army that I learned that there was more to America than Brooklyn and LA. Okay, doing my best here. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I barely know where Pueblo is, and that's the next town over.
Yeah.
February 20th is actually my birthday, so.
Oh, you
birthday
let that
present.
out.
Sal,
You let that out.
you can send him a ticket for his birthday, and you know,
Sal always takes care of me, man.
yeah, no, not a ticket to the event, like a bus ticket. Like he'll get you there. He'll get you there.
The old Greyhound
Yeah,
style.
that's a Greyhound with.
And make sure that seat's right there next to the toilet in the back.
Is the Greyhound still full of like PCS and Joes? Because I remember like when I was a kid, there was always like some dude in Class A's in the back of the thing.
It's old retirees and runaways now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not like it used to be. It's not like meth heads and people going from one post to another. Okay, cool.
No.
So you can Greyhound now. It's not as bad. But don't. The toilet's always broken no matter what you do. Don't take a number 2 in there.
Sal's been trying to get me to go to the East Coast ones, man. The ones like on the East Coast.
Well, you know what? It's an excuse to explore the country a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, don't think of it as an airsoft trip. Think of it as a road trip with some airsoft in the middle.
Okay. So, Dark Horse 6 from New York drives 22 hours, bro, to Vicksburg, Mississippi.
He's
for this
shaming you.
event.
He's shaming you right now. Just
That's
so you know.
what it is.
22 hours, bro. Come on.
And they don't have cars in New York. So being in a car is fucking foreign for him, man. Like that's 22 hours of like claustrophobia and scariness. Like
Can Too
Well, now
short,
that-
can too,
now
can
that
Too Short
we're-
Tom reach the pedals?
He has got the blocks. Like the
He's got
movie.
the blocks.
He's got belts and blocks.
Just like the movie.
It's like no, except that he's tactical. He's a stack of magazines and a battle belt. That's what holds it together.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, now that we're getting the loan approved, now I can tax write off everything. So you'll be seeing me out there a lot more.
Dude, okay, this is what you do, okay? You spend like $400. You don't get a full wrap. You just get some logos, your website, your phone number on your car. Literally everywhere you drive with your car is a tax write-off, bro.
See, but here's the thing that I
Like
always,
if you take your wife to dinner,
yeah.
that's a business dinner.
Okay, hold on. But I always see those vehicles driving around, especially on the weekend, like Bob's Locksmith service, one on the side. And then that motherfucker cuts me off in traffic. And now I will
Well, don't
never
you see
go,
the bumper sticker that says, "How's my
I
driving?"
will
when
never
eat
go
crap?
to Bob's Locksmith service ever again because he cut me off. Like, that's the danger people don't think about. You got to drive really carefully all the time when you do that.
You know, when I used to work for Red Wolf, you would not believe, I'd be like driving through Dallas on the interstate. My phone would ring. Hey, I just saw your car go by. I didn't know you guys were in the United States. I'm like, really? You saw me just drive it?
Wait,
trust me.
Wait, was that car wrapped?
It wasn't wrapped. It had like the website on the bottom of the doors, had the big logo on the back. It had my.
Okay, so there was
Iris
enough
is-
to identify it. I just don't remember it
I mean,
saying
I
Red Wolf
had
on it.
my cell phone number on the side.
Yeah,
It-
that's a mistake, right?
It was right there.
I whenever I get bored,
But believe
on
it,
long road
only-
trips, I will start calling random numbers. On
Only
the side of
airsoft
cars.
dudes ever called that number, so I was actually fortunate. So
Okay, so there wasn't like heavy breathing. And...
the last one there, last event.
Do we have one more?
Yeah, you have one more.
No, I got Bone Strike. That's it.
Oh, dude, Fritz, come on, dude. We had like a long Thanksgiving break. We got all right. So we got Counter
I think
Strike.
he might be a little too. He might have the tryptophan still in
Yeah.
it from the turkey.
So
How
we've-
far do you guys go out? Because I know TCA has one like every
Okay.
month next year, and
Well, I know.
We'll get to those.
Hold
It's
on, bro.
Overwatch
God.
is like. All right, I'm just.
Hey,
I gotta
dude.
show up to my
hold on.
guys.
Do we-
is
do we
the
come-
word to say.
Do we come down to your field and tell you how to do shit? Is that how this works? Let this flow, okay? We got you.
All right, so Counter Strike Luhansk. It is a Milsim West event, February 21st to the 23rd in the Pacific region. It is at Hill 559 in Clovis, California, not New Mexico.
That's that really wet and rainy place that's in all the videos for the Milsim West, and everybody goes. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Or is that an
No,
actual
it's
field?
California. No, the raindrops I think came from their Washington events.
Okay, because
Yeah.
there's always one video. There's one place they go where everybody does videos, and it always seems to be raining in every video. Like, period. Always. I don't know how.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That could just be me.
So, but we do want to have a special announcement.
Is there?
Yes, there
I
is.
didn't know about those.
Yeah, there's always this.
Did I fall asleep in the pre-production meeting again?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You did. It's like, holy crap! I'm subscribed to a lot of events.
To be
in my
fair,
calendar.
guys, like I've not had the best of week. I had a little bit of surgery on Tuesday, so I have not been sleeping very well. So I'm not on top of my game right now. But next week I'll be back in true form. Don't worry.
All right, so special thing going on. Centurion Milsim March 27th through the 29th. Tracción and Copan. Tickets went on sale today. Literally went on sale today.
Are you giving away too much information right
No.
now? You might be getting in trouble with them. This
No,
might
no,
be
no.
too much information.
Well, no, I'm helping him out because Bubba Moore accidentally pushed the button to make it go live, and people bought tickets, and now they can't shut it off. So, tickets are live.
Go get those tickets right now.
End of March, last weekend of March 27th through the 29th. Centurion Milsim is going to be in Blakely, Georgia.
So they're going home
at
to
the
their
arena training facility.
So they're going back to their the where
Yeah.
that started place.
Yeah.
in Blakely. Yeah.
It's only $165.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah.
And I've heard. I mean, I'm a little butthurt we didn't get to make it to a Guardian event this year, Guardian Milsim events this year, but I've heard
Centurion
Did I-
Milsim.
What did I
event.
say?
You said Guardian Milsim. There's
Oh,
no such
Jesus
thing as
Christ.
Guardian Milsim.
Well, now there will be. Someone will. It's going to go insane in the chat. There'll be a Guardian Milsim by next month. I'm sure there has been a Guardian Milsim. I mean,
No, it's the Guardian Center. That's why.
no, there is Guardian. John McCaleb. He'd be Guardian Milsim if he had an event.
Oh my
He's the
gosh.
Guardians. Anyway, Centurion. Those guys are doing interesting stuff. If you know what happens at these events, please clue me in. I'm trying to find out. No one will tell me shit. So I mean,
Not going to happen.
I just want to know. I mean, but I'd love to go. I really want to go to one next year.
All right. So here is your last opportunity to vote.
Jay, have you voted?
Yes.
Who'd you vote for?
Put it up.
Who'd you vote for?
The guy on the left.
Whoa! Numbers changed a bit. So we're
close.
about to close it. We're about to
Are
close
we
it.
gonna do the countdown?
If you haven't, let's let Jay. Let's see if this Marine can count from 10 to 0.
We need to. All right, you have to set accomplishable goals. So we'll start at 5, and then we'll work our way up if he can do that. Sound like a plan?
Wait, you want him to go from 5 to 10?
No, I want him to do 5 to prove that he can even do that. We have to set the bar where he is, not where we want him to be. You know what I'm saying?
What? Oh. All right, give us a
I'm saying
countdown,
he
Jay.
can't count to 10. That's what I was trying to say.
When do you want to start? Now?
Right now?
Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Oh my gosh, these numbers are changing.
4,
They actually did
3,
change.
2, 1. Now.
Closed.
Oh my gosh, this is the closest one we've ever had.
This is big news. Do we want to announce this now, or do
Oh
we
my
want to
gosh.
leave everybody in
This
suspense?
is the closest finish.
I actually do not want to give the results right now.
They can see the results.
Oh, does it publish automatically?
Yeah, that's what
When you vote?
when it says publish results. When I click that button,
Oh.
they all can see that it's 52% to 48%.
So forget everything I said. I'll do that next time and build that up. And does that mean that Corey is now our official champion for the year, just mathematically speaking?
No, he just has more wins now than Moose.
Well, John Madden, that's how you win a game. If you score more than everybody else, the
Let
game
me
is
bring
yours.
up the fact Philadelphia Eagles beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots had only one loss that year.
What
That
does-
didn't mean
What
jack.
does that have to do with anything? All I'm saying is that if someone has more wins and we don't have enough, and the game ends, which there's not enough time to get as many wins as he has, that by default means he has won the championship early this year. It's like,
Dude, Jay, are you? You probably got your cowboy boots on. Are you wading through this BS or what?
I got no cowboy boot.
You ain't got no cowboy. I got kicks, man. I got
so
kicks.
one way or another, we will see Zero Shot here next week for returning to challenge someone else. Do we got someone in the pipeline that's pretty cool?
Yep.
We get something good?
Yep.
All right. I'm excited to see it.
Might be a sniper.
You mean an airsoft sniper? I mean, do we have to be that cliched? We could at least find like a...
That runs like a 360 cam.
I think I know this guy. I know this guy.
Don't say.
I know
Don't
this
say.
guy. Does he have kind of a little beardy action?
Quiet.
Does he like airsoft? Is he an airsofter?
All right, dude. Jay, thank you so much for being on the show
A
tonight.
pleasure.
Thank you guys for having me.
You are definitely on my list of people I need to get to see next year because everything you've talked about at your field has made me want to spend a weekend there just enjoying myself.
And if we can't
Enjoying myself at airsoft. Enjoying myself at airsoft.
phrasing,
Phrasing.
and if we can't get to a Milsim event where you are, we are coming to San Antonio, and we're crashing your couch.
We are.
Just
Both of
just
us.
make sure you have 2 couches, please.
No, one couch. We'll come down in the wintertime, so we have to snuggle for warmth.
There you
Dude,
go.
Avalon, that van got a little cold.
Yeah,
It was a little cold in the middle of the
They
night.
got a little ripe in there too.
There was definitely the smell of like cat pee by Sunday in that van. It was not good. Ooh.
So, Jay, if anybody wants to know where to follow AR-15, give them your Facebook page, your website, and your Instagram handle.
All right. Airsoft Revolution 15 at everything.com pretty much. We do have a .com, so it's pretty simple. AirsoftRevolution15.com. You can find anything else that you want on there. If you want to follow us on Facebook with the Airsoft Revolution 15, or follow me on Jay Garcia's, I guess, Psycho, because I have it under there too. Usually, when anybody who's my friend on Facebook gets my information faster because Facebook wants you to pay for everything. So I use my account for business. So.
And what's the next big event you guys got coming up that people should be looking forward to? Anything you want to promote real quick before you take off? We got a lock-in coming down. All right, hold on, we're not going to ask you. Mrs. AR-15, is there anything big going on in the next couple months that you know of, since Jay won't fill in the blanks for us?
Well, the thing is that right now we're trying to focus on the new construction for the new field. So, so we're kind of like...
So new awesome field construction coming soon. See?
That's right.
Yep. Works no matter what.
Well, yes. So 2020, we're gonna have 2 indoor fields side by side that'll be running simultaneously, and then we can combine both fields to one mega field.
So less crowded gameplay for 2020 is what we're hearing.
That's right. That's right. So
less crowded
be able
gameplay.
you'll be able to play with your higher end players, and then your novice players won't get dominated by everybody else. So they're able to, until they filter out, and then we'll open up both sides.
No. It was a phrasing thing, because all I thought in my head when you said the newer players get dominated is you got a guy like with a whip in the corner, I'm just like, what is going on at your field, sir?
So, just we're going to do a quick shout out, because, Psycho was a former Marine. I want to give a quick shout out to Marine mom, Cammie.
Hey, Cammie.
From New York. Thank you for supporting your Marine.
Was there a Marine that wanted to thank his mom? I mean, not that I don't want to thank a Marine's mom, but is this prompted by something or just general?
All we need to know, Marine mom Cammie.
Thank you, Cammie.
Yes,
for everything you do.
So, all right, Jay, we will see you in 2020 sometime.
Hopefully soon.
Sooner before later. All right, man. Thank you guys and gals every night.
Another week.
Every week.
Another week. Well, actually, not every week. We missed Thanksgiving because we were with our
We didn't miss Thanksgiving.
Sorry,
they
the
missed
show
out.
Missed Thanksgiving. They missed us.
They missed out.
Okay, yeah.
So
Next
if you want to ever check the rewind, you can check the video rewind on YouTube or the audio
on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
And then we do some fun updates on IGTV. So check us out what we're doing on there. Some product review stuff.
Dude, every time there's no updates on IGTV. You always say that.
Dude, he's a liar. Like, we did a video, 3 weeks ago?
That was a video review. That wasn't an update.
Well, it was fun. It was updating them on a product so that.
Well, especially the first part where you make the grenade blow up in your hand.
You're not supposed to show those parts. That's why we have a goddamn editor. I thought I could just.
Yes, I am the editor.
Shh, there's a team. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for once again spending another couple hours with us. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Next week. Do we have guests next week?
We have a show next week.
We have a show next week?
Yep.
Have we figured out the guest situation?
Yep.
Or we're gonna make a mystery guest?
Yep.
Mystery guest. No promotion. So we'll be back next week with someone awesome, and then 2 weeks after that, we'll be here with the Chairsofter crew. Special, awesome cross pond episode. And other than that,
it's one dude. It's not a crew.
He can be a crew by himself. Why do you have to limit him? We're in the time of pronouns can be anything.
True.
So you have to ask.
He's
pronouns.
actually.
What if his pronoun is crew? Instead of,
the Chairsofter show. He's actually on episode 88.
Is he again? So he's coming back around. No, his show's on episode 88.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's actually been doing it for a while.
And then technically we'll be his episode 89, in addition to his being our 107.
No. We're gonna be on his show when I'm in Germany.
Oh, okay. So that's
yeah.
So anyway, sorry to drag it out. Thank you so much for spending another evening with us. We'll see you again next week. Enjoy your.
Hope you liked our special guest Halsey.
Yep. Enjoy your Christmas. Keep pew-pewing.
And you don't want to miss every week. It's going to get more Christmassy.
Yeah.
And it's gonna spill over on this guy.
No, I don't do Christmas. I don't do Christmas. I don't do Thanksgiving. I do drinking holidays. That's it. And stay-at-home holidays. Nothing where I have to put stuff together.
Yeah, everybody gets the day off on Christmas. Everybody stays home.
I actually, my wife actually almost never has Christmas off. Well, no, because my wife has been working in hospitals for the last couple of years, so she always is like, well, I'll just take one of the shifts on Christmas and be a nice guy on Thanksgiving. So we often do it like the next day. Anyway.
Final big shout out to our sponsor, Enola Gay. We always love them.
Did we talk about the Valken Alliance at all this episode?
No.
Did we not at all?
We don't need to.
Okay, Pyramid Scheme, come join it, Falcon Alliance. See, I did it.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
We will not go quietly into the night.
It is your killer instinct which must be harnessed if you expect to survive in combat.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Remember this day, man, or it will be yours for all time.
What keeps you awake at night?
Nothing. I keep other people awake at night.